Insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
If you're in a slip and fall accident, time is not on your side. Stores have video footage that's crucial evidence in your case. You've got to act quickly. Call Farah and Farah so we can preserve it before it disappears. Orlando.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes, learn more about your favorite teams, and earn more, like unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and grocery stores. So enjoy the game, the meal, the show, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day Lawn Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
I know what you're going to say. I'm not the type to sue. I get it. But you also weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't ask to be injured. You didn't ask for these medical bills. And you didn't ask for your car to be smashed up. Want to fight to hold them accountable? Just call Mo.
Eustace Roofing, with over 65 years of experience in Central Florida, provides a VIP experience with an on-site crew lead, project manager, and expert team for every home. No wonder they won National Roofing Company of the Year. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
GiveMeTheVin.com wants to buy your car, whether it's your daily driver, your pickup truck, an SUV, minivan, supercar, or exotic. GiveMeTheVin.com is already the best place to sell your car, and now it's even better with the GiveMeTheVin.com Big Cash Giveaway. GiveMeTheVin.com is giving away $25,000 in cash every month. There are 2 ways to win. Get 250 chances to win with your mail-in entry, or 1,000 chances to win if they buy your car.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Want to bet on sports but no clue where to start? Millions of players are already making moves on Hard Rock Bet. Your friends might be winning. Why not you? Bet with confidence. Bets by real players help guide your picks. Go with the crowd and cash in on the wins. Any pick that catches your eye. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. News Junkie is on. The three best friends you never knew you had, running through the most viral stories of the day. The News Junkie Sean Wasson with Sabrina and C-Lane.
It is Monday, March 17th, 2025. Lots to get to today, from the St. Patrick's Day stream to Trump battles judges over gang deportations, and France discusses taking back the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God, plus your calls, dispatches, emails, texts, and more. Hey there, Sabrina.
Top of the morning to ya.
Hello, C-Lane.
It's like you read it for the first time, Lon.
They just handed it to me. And hello to you. You can join us on the show today. All you have to do is send us a dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. Hit record on your first dispatch today. You can also watch the show on YouTube and twitch.tv/thenewsjunkie. Your message is rolling right into the studio in real time. How's everybody doing on a St. Patrick's Day?
Not bad.
That's right, friends. It's St. Patrick's Day today on the show. I don't know what that really means, other than at the last minute, I went and put a green shirt on because Courtney was yelling at me.
Wow.
Way to celebrate.
And I'll tell you, I was yelling at her a little bit this morning, too. Some yelling going on.
In good St. Patrick's Day tradition?
No, she woke up. And I'm so over this. I'm so over this.
Okay.
Why
are we starting off this way?
I don't want to get violent in response or anything, but it's like considering it at least. She wakes up on days like this, and she pops out of bed, and she goes, "Happy St. Patrick's Day."
When's the next World Fair?
And I'm like, she didn't even ask a question this time. And I'm typing away. I'm doing show prep. She goes, "Happy St. Patrick's Day," and I go, "Happy St. Patrick's Day." And then she goes, "Will you be my patty?"
Aww.
And I go, "That is not a thing, lady.
Oh, it's
that
totally
is
a
not
thing.
like literally no one has ever said it. Like, will you be my patty? There you go. Like, not a single leprechaun in the history of the cons.
you.
Yes,
Will
not
be my
a thing.
patty.
Nobody. Will you be my patty? And I was all I could do
And
to
you said
just
no?
not engage in violence. I just said it's not a thing. I stood up and I walked out of the room. There was no further communication that was needed, and probably for the rest of the day. I'm thinking at this point, like it's just like I got to throw the gauntlet down every once in a while.
I'll be your
and
patty,
this might
Courtney.
be the time. Will you be my patty? Like, in so many ways, this is bad. And then she goes,
It's really close to daddy, and that.
I'll take daddy over patty. I don't know.
If she said, "Will you be my daddy?" That would somehow be better.
Yes, it would definitely. It's better than patty. Patty, all I'm thinking of is like a big fat mound of meat or something.
Between two buns, some lettuce and tomato.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's two D's, right? A lot of people spell it with two D's.
No, patty. She put some T's in there. I'm telling you.
There's a meme going around. Like, I can't believe my man hasn't asked me to be his patty for St.
Is that
Patrick's
okay?
Day yet.
That's what she's getting at, and I don't
It's a new
support
thing.
this. These kids are ruining everything. She's
You're
just another one of them.
Refer to your girlfriend as a child.
I could do what I
It's
want.
like Green Valentine's Day or something.
Yeah, right. We don't need to do this for all of the holidays.
Which is
okay?
a different saint, by the way. Wrong saint.
Oh, God. All right, let's put our ears to the ground, our fingers on the pulse. Let's see what's happening in this great, big, wide world of ours. And it's St. Patrick's Day, so let's go to an Irish bar, friends.
Yeah.
Legendary,
What?
dare I say car bomb or no? There's a legendary
Bomb?
Irish
Drink.
Car
drink.
bomb.
Car bomb. I can't believe how long this is, number one, and number two,
Heard that.
how angry I got when it stopped at one point. Just for
this one,
second.
buddy.
This one doesn't stop.
This one
another
doesn't
version?
stop. This is a different one.
All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. One after another, the drinks go, the shots fall in.
Whoa.
St. Patrick's Day is celebrated all the way around this long ass
Damn.
It's like dominoes, but you get drunk.
That's awesome.
And by now, crazy thing is the first one's curdled already.
Oh,
you can't even drink the first one. It's already
nasty.
gross. It's disgusting. That's a fun time right there, man. I like it. I
Not
like
to
a good
set
Irish
up.
bar.
It's fun to watch
No.
it, fall, but
No,
No one's ordering drinks for the next 25 minutes while we do this.
No, yeah, it's going to shut things down. And by the way, I'm not what you would consider in life. This will shock precisely zero of you. I'm not what you consider in life a participator. I'm not going to be your guy that if we're doing a Michael Jackson Thriller flash mob, that's going to be up there at the front. Something strange, I'm not your guy. I'm not your Huckleberry.
Something strange in the neighborhood.
Who are you going to call? Michael Jackson.
Ghostbusters. Well, you get what I'm saying, right?
Kind of.
So if there's a flash mob thing, I'm not going to be your guy. But I do like public drinks together. I do like that. I'm a fan of that.
This is one of the cornerstones of this show.
When we used to all go to Finn Henry's, this bar, the RIP that was downtown, it was the greatest place ever. Still is the greatest place ever. And when we would go there, every once in a blue moon, the bartenders would do this drink where you piled all the glasses real high. And I think it was the color of like a rainbow or something, or like a
rainbow shot,
rocket pop or something. And then they'd bring all of the stack of shot glasses over and dump them into drinks simultaneously. I love it. I love that stuff. I don't know why.
You know who didn't love it? The bartender. We made do that every single time we got drunk.
Yeah,
do the rainbow shot now.
That was her fault for showing us that she knew how to figure out how to do that.
That was like the devil's a-hole at Lizzie's. The bartender just made me a shot and lit the bar on fire in front of me. And I go, what's that called? And he's like, all right, we'll call it the devil's a-hole. And then I go in there every time. I'm like, light the bar on fire. And the guy's like, no.
You as a bartender, you pull out one trick. And you go, I don't know if I should pull out this trick. If I do the trick now, I'm going to have to do it forever.
Yeah,
that's right.
Remember my stint of breathing fire? And then after a while, they're like, hey, this is kind of against the fire policy here.
This is a business. Ma'am, this is a business.
But
we have to.
151 for me, please.
Well, you know what's funny is when you go to a place, and let's say you're like Sabrina breathing fire at the bar, right? When you go to a place and then they let you do that a couple of times, when they stop, you go full Randy Marsh. Like,
I thought this was America.
I'm sorry. I thought this was America, all right? I didn't know we were curtailing everyone's rights around here.
I thought we were all having fun here. I thought this was a fun place. Yeah.
No more, unfortunately. Well, okay, we got a lot to get into on a St. Patrick's Day. What's St. Patrick's Day all about? I don't know. It goes way back. This story from CBS News says it dates back to the 7th century in Ireland. That's way back in the 600s, for those of you who don't keep track. That's a long, long time ago. During medieval times, people not only believed St. Patrick was a saint, but also believed he was part of God's final judgment of Irish people when they died.
Whoa.
So you're good till St. Patrick. You don't want to screw up things for the pearly gates there. The first St. Patrick's Day parade.
He convinced God to make him in charge of the Irish people?
Yeah.
Listen, God.
Only the Irish.
You leave the Irish ones to me. I know which of them are good and which of them go straight to hell.
And God's like,
Santa?
fine. You got yourself a deal there. The very first St. Patrick's Day parade currently on record was held in...
Boston.
No. Think closer.
Savannah?
Think closer. A little closer.
Miami.
Oh,
St. Augustine?
St. Augustine, Florida is the answer. 1601.
Wait. Are you saying the very first American St. Patrick's Day parade?
The first St. Patrick's Day currently on record was held in St. Augustine, Florida.
They just didn't even, not even in Ireland?
They are lazy over there, all right? And these are my people.
We don't need a damn parade.
I can say this. I'm half Irish, half French, half Canadian, half this, half that. The parade is an embracing of the Irish diaspora. Diaspora? I always forget how to say that word.
There's that half Canadian.
And yeah, they said today at the New York City St. Patrick's Day parade, the one that's going down right this moment, like right now, they expect 150,000 people. And
so everyone took off work.
They're not all Irish. They're really just a lot of people who, like Sabrina says, they want a day off of work. And they got a green shirt in the back of the closet, and they pop that sucker out, and they're good to go. I feel good about taking part today. I've got a green shirt on. Sabrina does as well, underneath her leather jacket. What's that? Oh,
have you seen this leprechaun?
Please
play that at some point today.
legendary news clip, one of the best of the best. C-Lane has his Irish shirt on, too. That puts us in the 48% of Americans who wear green on St. Patrick's Day.
Wow, less than half.
I know. Only 28% will visit a bar, restaurant, or pub. 26%.
I'm already part of that 28%.
So 26% will eat a corned beef on rye sandwich or similar.
Not a fan.
And 22% joining Christopher Dolores Lane in cooking Irish-inspired food, which I believe he's already done.
What'd you make?
I did some corned beef and potatoes last night, and then the very, very traditional Irish dish that I will be making tonight would be the Irish quesadilla.
I love it, man. I love it. I love remixes. That's what, and this is why I thought this whole thing where people were going culture vultures and no, mix them up, baby. Take a little Irish and put it in a little Mexican, and you get something better than Ireland or Mexico ever came up with. You know, I like that. That for me is a real win out there. So here we go. We got a lot of stuff to talk about on this St. Patrick's Day. Of course, lots happening in the world. Number one at the box office this weekend. My God, was it a dead zone at the movie theater this weekend? The number one movie brought in a whopping $8 million.
Wow.
Number one.
Did everybody just have stuff to do?
I guess so. Everybody's on break, including maybe some of you right now. Novocaine is the movie where the dude doesn't feel pain, so he becomes kind of a pseudo superhero.
Oh, that's Quaid.
Yeah, Jack Quaid.
Yes, Jack Quaid is in that. And so is
son of Dennis.
Yes.
Yeah, Jack Quaid, and then Ray Nicholson is in it too, I believe. Right? Is he in that too? Yeah, Ray Nicholson and Jack Quaid. Isn't that weird?
Two sons?
Yeah, the Quaid kid and the Nicholson kid. And if I had to choose, honestly, I like them both, but I think this Ray Nicholson guy is gonna be massive. As soon as he gets over just recreating his father's creepy smile in so many movies, I really think he's good. I really think he's good.
A lot of kids pop off. I mean, the Patrick Schwarzenegger was, is doing extremely well in White Lotus.
Yep, yeah.
I forgot it was Arnold's kid until I looked it up. And, with the exception of this weekend's episode, I have a interesting story for the next episode later, based on this past episode. But he's doing great.
You're
Seems
right, though.
Like it's the era of the children.
Yeah, a lot of the
babies.
celebrity kids popping up right now. Ray Nicholson. And they're getting that Nepo baby title. And I got to say, I hope Ray Nicholson beats the charges on that one. I saw him this weekend in a movie. Have you guys either heard of or seen the new movie Borderline?
No.
Heard of it, have not watched.
So a little bit of a generational gap here, maybe, because Courtney goes, I want to watch the movie Borderline. And I said, with Madonna? And then I realized the movie wasn't actually, I don't think, called Borderline. But Madonna was in a movie way back in the day. And wait, was it? No, what was the? No, there's another one.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
No, not that one. What? Look up the other Madonna movie. Oh man, my sister loved it.
What other material does that girl have?
Was it Material Girl or was it Borderline? I don't remember.
Hang on.
League of Their Own.
No, she was in that too, but that's not the one I'm talking about. It's where she kind of played a character like herself if it wasn't herself way back in the day. And this movie, Borderline, that Ray Nicholson, Jack Nicholson's son, is in, paid homage to that a bit and kind of like did some nods in that movie's direction. But it's about this woman who's a big music star.
Wait, Borderline has both of them in it too? I thought it was just the...
No. Borderline is Ray Nicholson.
Oh, Ray. Okay, yeah.
Jack Nicholson's son is in Borderline. And he plays a stalker of this very famous pop star, like Madonna. She's very much built around that character. And he is so damn good. So good in this movie. I like this, like, freakish, wacky, out there character.
He's got
funny.
The face for it.
It's scary. He's you know what? It's the first actor since like a Jim Carrey that has brought back the facial expressions that much for me.
Oh, that's what my dad hated about Jim Carrey.
People are saying,
who's
doesn't
that
have
girl?
the
guy with the face?
Who's that girl desperately seeking Susan? I don't know if those are them. I thought the damn movie was called Borderline.
A lot of people are saying, who's that girl? The problem is Madonna's IMDb page has a listing for every single one of her music videos. So it's hard to filter out.
Yeah. They make a nod in the Borderline movie to Madonna and talk about her. And there's a guy who like seems like he's supposed to be Dennis Rodman, kind of, but I liked it. It was a fun movie. For the first time in a while, they're releasing fun movies, so I'm all about that. And yeah, Novocaine, which also featured Ray Nicholson, number one at the box office with only $8.7 million. Black Bag was number 2. Didn't even hear about that. Mickey 17 was tied for number 2. That's going to be on demand in like a matter of days here, so that should change quickly. Captain America Brave New World. And number 5, Looney Tunes is still relevant. What's happening out there in the world? It's something to behold. And let us know what you think if you went and saw any of these. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com.
Yeah, I know. I did Woody the Woodpecker by accident.
I thought it was good.
Is Woody Woodpecker not a Looney Tune?
I don't know if he's in that movie. Is he?
Mm-hmm. Oh. I don't know if he's in this one, this new Looney Tunes movie. That was another one that I think Courtney didn't get because we walked by a telephone pole like a couple of years ago, and there was a woodpecker on there, and I go,
oh, maybe it's because you didn't do it right. You didn't get that.
Sean's having a stroke.
Whatever, I did the thing. Yeah, in the moment I did that. All right, I can't repeat it. And
try one more time.
You know what? Maybe that is why she didn't understand what it was. Maybe she was like, that does not sound like Woody Woodpecker at all. And then I did it with That's All Folks, which I don't even think is the same character. It's Porky Pig or something.
Yeah,
really
totally
just
Porky.
All over creation. All right, join us here on a lovely St. Patrick's Day stream. When we come back, we got to talk about an alien in space. We got to talk about what happened with this launch for the ISS, the International Space Station, and when these astronauts are finally coming back. All that and so much more coming up next on the News Junkie.
If you're going to give up your personal information to a giant, merciless corporation, might as well listen to something good. So tell Alexa to play Real Radio 104.1 on iHeartRadio.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a crash blocking multiple lanes on Severin Boulevard where it meets Oxford Road. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. 2 left lanes are blocked there. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways.
School mic check. School mic check. Trying to make sure this is still working, number 1. Number 2, Twitch, you're on your own. Again, Mega Chat. Do I have to replace Mega Chat with an alternative? Do we need to get rid of Mega Chat? This is like at least 3 times that this has happened where it's just Twitch. So it's just on you on a St. Patrick's Day. And half of you are probably drinking. It's not good. It's bad.
JustCallMo.com is ready to roll to Volusia County, Saturday, March 29th. Tickets are on sale now. One bus has sold out, so they added a second one. Join the Monsters as they travel to Ormond Brewing and then to Crimson House in New Smyrna Beach. Spend the day with your favorite Monsters. Enjoy free beers, live music, and lunch from Jersey Mike's. Special thanks to JustCallMo.com, MCA Transportation, and Jersey Mike's. Get tickets at realradio.fm/brew.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are back tonight on Fox. Performing live.
Bad Bunny.
Billie Eilish.
Glorilla.
Kenny Chesney.
Money Long.
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
iHeart Innovator Award recipient, Lady Gaga.
Icon Award recipient, Mariah Carey.
Breakthrough Award recipient, Gracie Abrams.
And we're celebrating iHeartRadio's Tour of the Century Award, honoring Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Live on Fox tonight, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love. Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Ron White, live.
If your eyes go bad, you can have LASIK surgery and they can give you 20/20 vision.
Folks, settle a bet. Courtney just came to the door, and said, number one, she knows who Woody the Woodpecker is, and Woody the Woodpecker is not a thing. So leads me to believe she definitely doesn't know who that is. And then she said when she thinks of Patty, she thinks of Patty from Doug, as in Patty Mayonnaise. And I said the nerd. And she seems to think that Patty Mayonnaise was supposed to be cool in the television show Doug. She said everybody wanted to be her, everybody idolized her, Patty Mayonnaise was cool. I thought Patty Mayonnaise was a total nerd. Isn't she a nerd? Since when is Patty Mayonnaise cool? Plus she was, I'm just going to be real here, she was ugly as hell. Hey, you think Patty Mayonnaise was ugly, right? Yeah. She was ugly on that.
Everyone's ugly in that show, relatively.
She was ugly.
No, she was a cute blonde.
All right. Hard disagree. She was ugly, folks. Let the record reflect she was ugly.
Used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes, learn more about your favorite teams, and earn more, like unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and grocery stores. So enjoy the game, the meal, the show, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details. Brought to you by the Capital One Saver Card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports, Capital One wants to help you hear more about today's top female athletes, learn more about your favorite teams, and earn more, like unlimited 3% cash back on dining, entertainment, and grocery stores. So enjoy the game, the meal, the show, and earn unlimited 3% cash back with the Saver Card. Capital One, what's in your wallet? Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Call for a rideshare. Hop on an airboat. Dust off those rolly snakes. It doesn't matter how you get to McDonald's, just as long as you hurry. Because now, for a limited time, 2 favorites are back. The Daily Double and Hot and Spicy McChicken.
Who says let the record reflect? Who says let the record reflect? Everybody in a goddamn courtroom. Mr. Moondog. If that is your real name, let the record reflect is a common idiom. Maybe it's not an idiom. It's a common refrain in any courtroom in this great country of ours. And Patty Mayonnaise is an ugly slut. All right? Take that.
So families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others. What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Did you know that 40% of adults can't explain what a tax deduction is?
I can't either.
Well, we're here to help. I'm Leah Palmieri.
And I'm Matt Stillo.
And this season on Grown Up Stuff, we're making taxes way less scary.
There's no other time in life where you're like, am I going to get back $4,000 or am I going to owe $10,000? It's like the crappiest casino.
Listen to Grown Up Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Grown Up Stuff and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
Where breaking news meets broken people. This is the News Junkie.
I'll tell you in a second. You could join us on the show, okay? You could send us a dispatch, which is probably how I should have Courtney from here moving forward interact with the show. I'll say, look, I can't do this. I'm going to need you to dispatch like everybody else. Go to the end of the line, and then you could have your input on the show.
I don't know if that's fair.
It's not, but I am a tyrant, and I will lead with an iron fist.
Are you going to give her a star?
She popped, no, frowny face all day long. Frowny face account all day long. Courtney pops into the studio, and we were talking about St. Patrick's Day and how she woke up and said, will you be my Patty? And I said, that is not a thing. Please, we are not making that a thing. And she says, when I think of Patty, I think of Doug. And I said, you mean the nerd lady?
Not a nerd at all.
This started like a complete thing because she goes, Patty wasn't a nerd on Doug. And I go, she looked like a nerd to me. And
she's not a nerd at all. Patty Mayonnaise was the love of Doug's life.
I know she was the love of Doug's life, but that does not mean she was cool. And she's saying like she was the one everybody wanted to be, and she was the hip one. I thought she was a nerd.
No, there was a nerd character, but it was not Patty.
And she was definitely
ugly. It wasn't Skeeter.
Like she was one of the ugliest on the show, save for Skeeter. Skeeter was like top uggo, right underneath Patty Mayonnaise is next to him. I would think it was
I don't
really.
think you remember the show very much. If you could pull up the characters, we could go over them.
Yeah.
What was the dog's name?
The dog's name.
All right, now do Woody Woodpecker again.
We're gonna stay away from that. The dog's name was famously Rocco, and then was in Rocco's Modern Life, the spinoff. So nailed that. There you go. No, I made that up. I have no idea what the dog's name. Do you know what the dog's name was, or are you just making this up too?
Oh, I know he had a dog. I just forget the dog's name as well.
Yeah, dumb thing to fight over. But I always thought Patty Mayonnaise on Doug was an absolute nerd, not some ice queen. Not somebody who was like the cool bad bitch that all the girls wanted to be. I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention. It's very possible. It was a long time ago.
Nerdier than Loretta LaQuigley?
Who's that? Is she from the show too?
Apparently.
What in the fifth character is this?
I just Googled Doug characters. She might be only in one episode. I don't know.
Wait. Have you never seen Doug?
I didn't watch it.
You didn't watch Doug?
I didn't watch Nickelodeon.
Wow. Nothing on Nickelodeon. Well, we'll get back to that. We'll get to that later. Right now, let's go back to what's happening in the world. And I once said, I don't know what we're doing up in the International Space Station. It seems to have cost a lot of money. But I think I'm turning the corner on that a little bit because it just seems like a fun time in the International Space Station. And when they're not shooting at each other in there or freaking out and hacking into their lovers' bank accounts, they seem to be having quite a bit of fun in the International Space Station on our dime. And this was the moment when the new folks have arrived. They came up on the SpaceX ship to the International Space Station, and they're going to finally relieve these stuck astronauts who were supposed to be in space for 8 days.
And now 10 months.
And ended up in space for almost a year, for God's sake. And they made their way up there, and they were celebrating at the International Space Station, which is a fun time. They were coming in. This guy, I think, is from Japan. I can't hit the clip because I got a video up.
Japan.
Spins his way into it.
Crew 10 astronaut through the hatch.
There they go. They're hugging each other as everybody comes in.
Followed by Peskov.
Sonny's dancing.
Yeah, Sonny, the woman who's been up there for 8 months, I think she might be dancing because she's finally going to be able to exit this place.
And get a hair tie.
Out of here. Get a hair tie. She didn't have everything packed for 8 months, 10 months worth of time. And she wasn't ready for this.
Maybe she's just happy to have a new room to float into. Like, you think about it. She's only been able to go to any of the places inside the space station for 8 months. And now at least there's a new door that's open where she can go, oh, it's kind of nice in here. Maybe I'll play around with the screen.
I got to tell you, I personally have never, ever, ever, ever in my life considered wanting to go into space. But watching the latest SpaceX launch, I want to play with the software on the dash of that thing so bad.
Did you get to see it from your house? I got to watch it. No. It was right before the Orlando Pride game, and we could see it perfectly from the stadium. It was awesome.
Oh, I didn't see it take off, but I was watching the video, which is so impressive, the setup they have at SpaceX, watching them catch it and all that stuff. But when I'm watching, I see when they start to get up into space, they show the dash of the capsule, and they show all the, like, controls and the screens on there. Oh, man. I wanted to go up and just for that alone.
Yeah, I kind of want to, like, play around with it. And in my head, my biggest question is, did they hide, like, a game on it? Like, is there a solitaire on that screen?
Oh, that'd be fun if they had hit some space type game or something.
Space Invaders.
Bored. Yeah, play Space Invaders in space. Who gets to do that, for God's sake? It's incredibly rare.
Airs the first of the Fly's newest class of astronauts to enter. And
all right, they're making their way in.
Of Crew 10.
Interesting. Not everyone's wearing a space suit. Those are polos.
Yeah, some of these folks are just dressed down. They've been up there for a while, I think. So they're all hugging each other. Now, the one thing I saw where I said, hold on, guys, should we be doing this? This seems like it might be a bad idea, was one of the astronauts comes into the space station and like, okay, everything's fine. Everybody's just kind of filtering in. Sunny's hair is floating around like it always is when she's on the International Space Station. And then one of the astronauts comes out in an alien mask. And
that's kind of funny.
I thought to myself, what would happen if somebody had been in the space station a little bit too long and they saw this and didn't react the way you wanted them to, and all of a sudden panic breaks out on the ISS?
Look at Sonny's face right now, and that's still he's freaked out.
Somebody brought and I thought this must have been cleared because they're super strict about what you can bring up with you. One person,
John Young.
Did John Young bring the sandwich? Was he the astronaut? Brought a sandwich with him into space, and then the NASA folks were like, we are so pissed off. And he said, too bad, I'm already in space. What are you going to do about it now? And they've been very, very sensitive about anything you bring with you. And one guy's got an alien mask on. They're just having a good time up there in the International Space Station. And
I wonder,
might as well.
I wonder if it's still relatively easy to sneak anything, or if they like really, really check them.
I feel like they would really
bend down
check
and cough.
Them. Yeah, like because everything's so sensitive. It's like the weight is so sensitive. All of the things are so sensitive. I would feel like they would be very, very careful about that. It's a whole new world, man. It's amazing, and they were having fun up there. So, is it? I'm not going to sing that one. I've sung or sounded out enough things today. I'm not doing any more of that. All right, you can join us on the show today. Send us what we call a dispatch. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. Fire off a dispatch right now on a lovely St. Patrick's Day. Let's see what else is happening out there. I know we had an update on the guy, Mark Kelly, the Democrat senator, who said on Friday on the show, he made a little video, and he said, I'm getting rid of my Tesla. And he gave a whole spiel of why he was getting rid of his Tesla, because Teslas are now, I guess, political, which is so stupid. But he gave his whole spiel. He said, they're trying to do away with Social Security, which isn't true, even though I've seen people losing their minds and melting down over it. That's not, and nobody's actually suggested that that's going to happen. But Mark Kelly's mad. I believe, isn't Mark Kelly the husband of Gabby Giffords?
I don't know.
That's the congresswoman who got shot by Jared Lautner, I believe is his name. Again, the only things in the world that stick to my brain are news stories.
But that is his wife, yeah.
Mark Kelly, and isn't he a former astronaut?
He is.
Yes, okay. So he makes this video and he goes, I'm getting rid of my Tesla. Enough's enough. I'm selling it. Can't support Elon or whatever. Tesla owners, don't worry about the stupid pressure from some of these people. If you like your car, keep your car. It doesn't have to be a political statement. But this guy goes, I did what I said I was going to do. Mark Kelly says, I sold my Tesla, and he made a new video.
All right, here I am with my new ride, Chevy, good old Chevy Tahoe.
I thought to myself the moment I saw this, I was like, haven't Democrats like Mark Kelly been yelling at people to get electric cars for a long time? Hasn't that been like a big thing where they're like, we got to save the environment. Climate change is coming. SUVs are gas-guzzling, terrible machines. Bro sold his electric vehicle and got a Chevy Tahoe just to thumb an eye at Elon. So now when the world melts, you know who to blame, okay?
Here in Washington, D.C. Got one of these in Tucson as well. This one...
Oh, you got two of them? Must be nice.
Union Labor, United Auto Workers in Arlington, Texas. Always good to buy union cars.
Everything's good now. You can get a gas vehicle.
I'm looking forward to driving this for many, many years.
He's got a Chevy Tahoe here for Mark Kelly, and his Tesla is gone. Let us know what you think. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. All right, we'll get into those dispatches. We'll see what we have going on. Oh, Bootsy Moonshine on Twitch says, Mark Kelly is actually the guy that has a twin, and his DNA... Remember they said the DNA is different because he's been to space, and I guess the twin has not been to space. And that's how they were able to, thanks to him, which shouts out to you, Mark Kelly, for this, do a lot of twin-type studies because he was in space and he also had a twin, which is kind of cool, actually. Good on him for that part. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to talk about something we watched, Courtney and I, this weekend, and took completely differently, but that's fine. And it was very, very interesting, the experience overall. And something that we have all done, that we all love, that's especially important on a day like St. Patrick's Day, and they're trying to take it away from us. What is it? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And today is going to be a breezy and cooler day, but much drier. We'll see plenty of sunshine with a high of around 70 degrees for Orlando. As we head into tonight, temperatures will cool off into the mid to upper 40s. For tomorrow, though, we'll bounce back nicely. Highs right around the mid to upper 70s and even the mid 80s as we head into our Thursday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Rocket. Rocket is giving every home one address. Rocket.com, a single seamless home ownership platform to help you find, buy, sell, finance, even refinance your home. Everything you need, all under one roof. Visit Rocket.com, the new home for all things home ownership. Rocket, own the dream.
You know, your house is one of the most important investments you have, and you rely on it to keep you and keep your family, your loved ones safe, the things that mean the most to you. Why would you wait till hurricane season to start to protect your home? You need to get out ahead of it to get that peace of mind. You do it with my friends at Reese Windows and Doors. They've been installing affordable, high-quality impact windows for over 50 years. They're experts. They've done it all over the state of Florida, and most of them can be installed in just 6 to 8 weeks, and they come with a double lifetime warranty. The warranty transfers when you sell the house, increasing the value of your home and giving you that peace of mind. Financing options are available, including 0% for 4 years. But right now, my friends at Reese Windows and Doors, they want to give you $15,000 in new impact windows. You can register to win. Just text the word WOW to 20129. Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. You can get a chance to win $15,000 in new windows from my friends at Reese Windows.
It's Ram Truck Month, where right now at your local Ram dealer, well-qualified current FCA lessees get a low-mileage lease on the 2025 Ram 1500 Bighorn Quad Cab 4x4 for $369 a month for 42 months with $3,999 due at signing. Tax, title, license extra, no security deposit required. Call 1-877-RAM-5722 for details. Requires dealer contribution and lease through Stellantis Financial. Current vehicle must be registered to consumer at least 30 days prior to lease to qualify. Extra charge for miles over 35,000. Not all customers will qualify. Residency restrictions apply. Take delivery by 3/31/25.
The NBA playoffs are coming, and the Orlando Magic continue to fight for their spot. Catch all the action right here on your official home for the Orlando Magic. FM 96.9 The Game. Presented by Renewal by Andersen.
At Renewal by Andersen, you can transform your home with high-quality replacement windows made with Fibrex. All delivered through a stress-free process. Call today for a limited-time offer. Superior products, exceptional service. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com. License number CGC 1527613.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it
down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or...
Skull mic update. To chat, aka just Twitch still. YouTube has not busted through. What did you watch this weekend? What did you watch on streaming or otherwise? What did you watch? And did you watch Adolescence on Netflix, the #1 show on Netflix right now? Did you watch Adolescence? If you did, tell me what you thought. Give me your thoughts on that show. Because we're going to talk about that a little bit. And something that drives me absolutely fucking crazy about that show. We'll get to that in just a bit. What'd you watch? What'd you watch this weekend?
Supper Club, the place where the fish fry was perfected. If you're craving something crispy on the outside and flaky on the inside, you've got to try our hand-battered North Atlantic cod. It's perfectly seasoned and my personal favorite. Or, if you're in the mood for a little extra crunch, our lightly breaded butterfly jumbo shrimp hits the spot every time. Whatever you order, I promise it will be made with love by a team who cares, because we want every guest to feel like family. That's just how we do it in Wisconsin. Dive into delicious with all your fish fry favorites at Culver's. From Wisconsin with love, welcome to Delicious.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Point! Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
We're back in the miller's yard, who now use True Green. Their lawn started looking like a golf course, and PGA Tour golfers made it their favorite stop.
Get a PGA Tour quality lawn for as little as $1 a day at TrueGreen.com. Exclusions apply. See TrueGreen.com for details.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com.
Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on Instagram at RealRadio1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Send him your tips and your deepest, darkest secrets. Email tips at the new.
Watch this weekend. What was on your radar? Because there's a couple of things taking off, and one in particular that I want to make a larger point about. But Alicia on Twitch says, I watched Flow on Max, one of the best movies I've ever seen. And
it's
Flow,
I can't bring myself to watch it yet.
No, it's interesting because it's a movie that has no words and can make you cry if you really fall into the story. It shows you that storytelling doesn't necessarily need words unless you do a talk radio show. Mostly it doesn't need words, but that part of it is very interesting, I thought.
Well,
you didn't
also,
watch it, though?
Do you know that it was made in like the MS Paint version of CGI animation?
Yeah, they made it in something that anybody can download. They made a movie, which is very attractive visually. They made it in software that any person can buy, which when I watched Flow for the first time, which is about animals, it's about a group of animals when a tsunami comes through. And them working together and stuff. Again, no language in it at all. It's just the animals moving around and like sound effects and stuff. Watching it the first time, I said, this is crazy to me because it was one of the last gatekeeping things. If you had the most insane idea for an animated feature or something, other than the South Park guys, you can't just do your own thing. And even them, they did their own thing, and now they moved into another world where you can't really do this in your garage so much. But this is just software that anybody can download, and they made a damn movie out of it. It's crazy. But a lot of people... Blender, that's it, yeah. A lot of people were watching a show this week or this weekend that is on Netflix. Number one in the world on Netflix.
I already know what you're going to say.
It's called Adolescence, all right?
Was something else.
It's only 4 episodes, Adolescence is. They are all one continuous shot. At least that's the way it appears when you're watching it. It's just like one long shot for the entire episode.
One take, each episode, 45 minutes, maybe 50 minutes.
Which we could talk about the ins and outs of this and the show in general in a second. But my larger point on this, I think there's something that needs to change. Okay, and here it is. When you say speak American, people generally laugh at you. This idiot says speak American. American's not a language. It's English, you dummy. No, not anymore. American is now officially the language that we speak in the United States of America. We speak American over here because whatever it is they're speaking in England, when they're just riffing and talking in normal conversation, I can understand about 30% of it. I am not picking up so much of what's going on there. Those things have to be different languages. And not even just like American English and British English. No, like the language that they have has evolved. It feels as different as Spanish and Portuguese to me.
What, how they were speaking in this particular show?
Yes, in the show Adolescence.
North England.
Half of it, I could not understand a word they were saying. I had to have subtitles on for almost the whole thing.
Cockney?
It sounds almost a little Irish, but it
does.
Close to, Liverpool. Because I looked it up. There was certainly some words I didn't understand. There's a particular part in which something is sprayed painted on the van. And it took me a while to look up that word and realize what it was. But then there was another part where the way that they were talking, I'm like, God, they're really sweet to anybody. I mean, the guy's cursing somebody out and still calling her love.
I couldn't understand half of what they were saying. There's so many things. The little kids, when they're just talking to each other, this whole scene, these kids are in school. Like, no idea what the hell anybody is saying.
So you demand that this show that's not from in America, filmed in America at all.
Yeah.
You demand that they speak in an American accent.
I like that you got that from what I said, because I didn't say that at all, and it's not anywhere near close to what I just said.
Explain again what you said.
I said there needs to be a line in the sand drawn, and what we speak is not what they speak. We speak American now, and they speak British, okay? And those two languages are just different in 2025.
So you want to cancel English?
No, my God. I just want to say that these are two different things. I'm not trying to change what they're doing in any way. I'm saying just take it as a default moving forward that if something is filmed in England and brought over to the United States and we're watching it here, put it on subtitles, because it's the same as it being in South Korean or something. It's the same as it being in a completely different direction. Kids are talking about no effing clue. If you had a gun to my head after one scene of dialogue, I could not tell you what those two people just said. And every line in this show is kind of important to the plot. So I 1,000% believe we are now speaking American in America. And if Trump wants to rename the Gulf of America, just rename the language. Officially, let's say that we are speaking something different than whatever it is they're speaking over there. All right? That's number one. Number two, there was some really good acting in this series.
You want to hear something crazy?
It was insane.
That little boy never acted in a day in his life.
No way. The main kid?
Yep. They were speaking. It was an interview I watched of the actor who played the father. And
the father.
That's Dad in American, Sean.
Yeah.
And we
say father too.
Apparently had been in a film similar to that where it was just one take, and they said for this film they didn't want any child who had been in acting school or in theater, and so
for the hardest thing to act
and
in.
He nailed it. So they found this boy, and it was his first acting role ever, and he just absolutely killed it.
It would be the equivalent of going, we need people who have never acted before for this tiny role in Gangs of New York. Be like, this is not something for somebody who had never acted before, so that's kind of mind-blowing.
And to think, there was no cut. There wasn't like, stop, what's my line? It was, from the moment the episode started until it ended, the same shot. They had, I'm sure, weeks and months of rehearsal, but just the way that it was done, it was only 2 camera operators that would just hand the camera over to each other so it can be one continuous shot, and that boy had never acted in his life.
I thought he was very good, very, 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 very good.
Did I?
The father in Adolescence, which is #1 all over the place right now, this continuously shot 4-episode, very, very short series. The father has been in various things, and Celia, maybe you could look up the father in Adolescence and see, because I saw a couple of things he was in. Actually, he may have been in Gangs of New York, now that I'm thinking about it. He may have been in that. He was in a lot of other things. But
his name Eddie Miller? Jamie Miller?
Yes, Jamie Miller is, I think, his name. Wait, no. He's the father. I don't know. I don't remember the character's name. I think Jamie was the kid.
All right, yeah, that makes more sense because the poor Owen Cooper, who played Jamie Miller, does not have his own Wikipedia page, but Stephen Graham does.
Yeah,
Stephen what was
Graham
he in?
Must have been.
Boardwalk Empire. Peaky Blinders. The Irishman.
Yeah, he's in a bunch of stuff, but the final episode of this Adolescence series on Netflix.
Gangs of New York. Yeah, he was in. You were right.
Him acting in this is maybe some of the best acting I've seen ever. It was incredibly emotional. 99% of actors couldn't even attempt the scenes that this guy had to be in because of the emotions that were on display. So even though they were speaking clearly a different language, I thought the performances were stunning. I thought it was really crazy good. For the show overall, I didn't know what to think afterwards. Honestly, there was a lot of stuff I hated. I've never seen a show before.
You would assume that it was.
Yes. Yeah, it didn't. I don't want to say anything to spoil any of this, so I'll be careful about that for Adolescence. But one of the things that I hated about this show was they will straight up introduce characters to you, make you like the characters, give you a backstory on the characters. You're interested in the arc that the character is on. You want to know how this person's life goes, and they will never talk about that character again.
Oh, I thought you were going to say dead.
No, worse than killing them off. They will just go, this person is no longer on the show. We are not focusing on them or their timeline or whatever. And there were some, I think, things that held them back with doing the one continuous shot stuff in some of the scenes. Like, if it started in a place that you didn't think was very interesting, too bad, because everything is happening in real time.
Oh, yeah. It forces you to have the point of view of whatever character it's following.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought it was such a great show.
There was some parts where I go, was that an accident? And they kept it in there. Like, for instance, there's a scene, this will not spoil anything. There's a scene where he is trying to fill up a bucket with soap and water to clean something. The father is. And the father is getting into a very emotional argument with his wife because they've been going through some unbelievable things. And as they're arguing about this, he goes back to put his attention toward the bucket full of water, and he spills it because it was over full. And he apologizes. And I go, was that in the script? Or because this is all happening in real time, did he just accidentally do that? And they're all great actors and they just play off of it. And there was a lot of stuff like that I thought was interesting.
I mean, not even to did they even run into the camera once? No. That had to be perfectly choreographed. And because there was moments where I would assume the camera is 2 inches from their face. They're sobbing.
All the execution of this was very, very well done. There was a lot of sad. If you don't like sad stuff, I would not watch Adolescence. There was a lot of sad.
Perspective. I mean, what could be, I think, real life situations that maybe not everyone can relate to. I certainly can, but
what did you think the show is about? Because Courtney and I completely disagreed on that afterwards.
I mean, at the end,
a transitional stage of physical and physiological development that occurs between puberty and adulthood.
No, I'm not talking about reading that. I'm talking about what you took away from it when you watch. You're like, okay, the point
by the
of
end
these
of
people.
it, I took away that's like what a family goes through when someone in that family has committed a violent crime.
Right.
And where that love goes and how to place it when you don't have much control of the situation.
That is absolutely something that was baked into the plot here. There were some other things, too. I want to talk about this just briefly, and anybody who saw this can check in with us over on thenewsjunkie.com with the Dispatch. We'll get into that very quickly. Also, we got to talk about something that C-Lane watched this weekend that is just getting hammered. And it's not porn, unbelievably. It's something totally different. And something from your childhood. They are trying to murder this in front of all of us. We can't, speaking of adolescence, we can't let this happen. We'll get into all of that and more. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Here's how you can tell you're having a good St. Patrick's Day. It's just a quick nap. In public. What could go wrong? It's how you can tell you're having a good St. Patrick's Day. Real Radio 104.1.
There's still some slowdowns on I-4 before US 27 and through that World Drive area. Keep an eye out for an accident. Slowing down traffic off to the shoulder now on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. There's a crash where Ronald Reagan Parkway meets Lake Wilson Road. An accident off to the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike northbound before US 27 exit 285. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Spring break road trip? Let's go! But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
Folks, let me tell you about Mills Air. They're a great company that is looking out for you. Imagine that. Somebody that cares about being decent to you, treating you right, not ripping you off, and making sure your air conditioning is working right. No matter what kind it is, no matter how old it is, they know what they're doing. The techs at Mills Air are the best of the best. They can service any brand out there, so you do not worry about that. They could also get you huge rebates. If you need a new AC, this is the big secret here. They can get you $1,275 off. That's a lot. I mean, that's a lot that you're going to be getting off a brand new Carrier unit, which could save you big time on your power bill. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and you can always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Give them a call, 407-277-1159, or find them online at millsair.com.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't...
The murder is not a spoiler, for the record, in adolescence. The murder is not a plot point or a spoiler that isn't painfully obvious to anybody who's even seen the trailer or anything about this. That's like the most basic plot point in the show, but nothing else was spoiled. I think if you don't like anything that's sad, by the way, you will absolutely detest this show because it is sad, a lot of it. There's twists and turns and a little bit of thriller elements here and there. And if you're somebody who is into like the production of TV shows or movies, you may like watching it to see how they do this continuous shot, which in some scenes like flows from two characters talking to each other to seamlessly being a drone shot that then moves to another location. If you like that stuff, you'll like it too.
Be at risk for developing geographic atrophy, or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down, get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Izervay or avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. today. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay, get your GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so we've got the new Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to go. And you can drive home your new Kia in 1 hour or less, like a new 2025 Kia K4. Lease for only $159 per month for 24 months with $35.95 due at signing. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA. Includes $650 acquisition fee, 10,000 miles per year. 0 security deposit plus tax title license, $899 dealer, and $249.50 doc fee. Expires 4/5/25.
There's a lot on the line in a divorce. Your home, savings, maybe even your kids. So when you find yourself facing divorce and the unexpected directions it can take, you need a partner you can count on. I'm Rick Julius, a partner at Cordell & Cordell. Don't let divorce take more than it has to.
Office in Orlando. Schedule an appointment with one of Cordell & Cordell's attorneys. Lisa Cargis, Florida resident partner. Rick Julius, licensed in Pennsylvania only. Online at CordellCordell.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Like a car crash you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
How do you join us? Well, it's very easy. Easier than you ever could think. And I'd love to hear your voice for the first time. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com and hit record on your first dispatch right now. We were talking about this show on Netflix that's kind of blown up. I think it's going to be pretty big. I think it already is. It was #1 over the weekend, and a lot of people were watching this and talking about it because it was a series that afterwards, for multiple reasons. One, because they have the gimmick of there's 4 episodes all done in one continuous shot. And if you like video production and those kind of things, you may want to watch it just for that. Like, you might think it's cool to see how they can pull off one big, giant, long scene, which is just very difficult to do, obviously.
Do you think that they actually did it, or do you think that there were ways of hiding it?
I imagine that they did cheats. Like I told Courtney, if they're spinning around a room and at any point they point the camera to a wall, you can cut from that. Like you can cut from that and make it look like a seamless shot.
Like I was always a big fan of the music videos of OK Go. You know, they got really big off the first one with the treadmills. And then they did gosh, what's that song? This Too Shall Pass.
Uh-huh.
Is that what the song's called?
I don't know.
But it was the giant Rube Goldberg machine that they were a part of. And so it had to be a continuous shot. But there were a couple parts where they're like, you know, they're moving from side to side and kind of a pole sweeps the thing. And they're like, there are a couple people that that's where they cut it.
I know. And you could be the actually guy watching and be like, well, technically, but.
And then it kind of takes away from like the magic of it all, because once I rewatched it, I go, that's very, very possible. But I didn't want it to be the case. I just wanted to think like, no, they pulled this off. It probably took them so many times, but they did it.
Well, all I imagined was, and by the way, you were right, it was This Too Shall Pass by OK Go.
Good song.
Whenever I hear that somebody tries to do one of these long, continuous shot type scenes, I think, what if it's, in this case, it's 60 minutes long. It's an entire episode. What if right there at the end, somebody goes, son of a bitch, I forgot my line. And I would just think, like, everybody in the production would wring that person's neck if you couldn't utilize all the perfect stuff you did before that, you know?
But then again, people who act on stage, they rehearse because day of the actual show, they can't stop and restart.
No, you have to treat it like that, like a live production, which takes another level of skill from some of these performers, I think. But I thought the show was good and interesting. And Courtney and I talked about what the message was a little bit afterwards. I thought there was more message in there that was about the propensity for young men to be violent. I think that was pretty heavy-handed in there. And if you don't know, this is a show about there's a death. Somebody gets killed at this high school, and they have a suspect that they arrest, and it's like trying to figure out the crime, right? That's the course of these 4 episodes. And it's the family trying to deal with all of these things. But, you know, as are the times now, it brings up some things that are currently going on. And they mention, I think they mention him specifically. They mention Andrew Tate in this. And they mention like all of the red pill type stuff online that a lot of young guys have been seeing on YouTube or TikTok or any of these other platforms. And I thought that was kind of an interesting thing. Now, I can't tell you certain things about it because I don't want to spoil the show for you. And certainly I don't want to spoil the last episode because there's a lot there that is just much better if you don't know what you're expecting. But I thought that was a portion of what they were getting at, which I don't know, is maybe fair on some level. As a guy, you could be defensive of things like this. If you see, you're like, well, what the hell is the message here? That no matter what, men have the propensity to be violent? And okay, well, if you look at prisons, that would probably bear out the fact that men are more violent than women and that men have a propensity to be more violent.
If you look at the history of school shooters,
if you look at school shooters, though women are staging a bit of a comeback here in the last couple of years, it is a mostly male enterprise that happens. So I don't know. It spawns a lot of, I think, interesting conversations. Courtney and I talked after we watched Adolescence for like probably 30 minutes or so on the couch just talking about what we thought. But let us know what you thought. Mr. D. Vans on Twitch says, now recommend a good happy show because I'm not down for too much sad. That ain't one for you then. Maybe the one that C-Lane watched, the movie that cost $8 jabillion was for you over on Netflix. What was that called, C-Lane?
The Electric State.
Yes, The Electric State with Millie Bobby Brown, who's having her moment. Chris Pratt, big stars. Movie cost $320 million.
Good
and
God.
The production company behind it lost faith in this product so much that they sold it to Netflix. Oh. They didn't want to struggle to make their money back at the box office.
That's such a weird move.
Yeah. They said, we want to just offload this. Even though it's got 2 of the bigger names in Hollywood right now, Millie Bobby Brown and Chris Pratt, in this movie.
In this movie, by the way, this is the least Chris Pratt has looked like Chris Pratt.
Really?
Like with the facial hair and the long hair and the mustache. Mm-hmm. It was so weird because I kept having to remind myself, like, oh yeah, that's Chris Pratt under there.
No Andy Dwyer in there?
No.
His character from Parks and Rec just
no comeback story, no.
Some people really hated that damn movie, The Electric State. People saying it's a turgid eyesore, top dollar tedium, slick and dismally soulless, says the Hollywood Reporter.
Oh, gosh.
The New York Times called it obvious.
Put your thesaurus away, loser.
The New York Times called it obvious, garish, and just plain dumb. But, C-Lane, to you actually watched this. Is this just one of those movies that the stupid loser reviewer types look down their nose at, and it's fun to watch if you just forget about all that stuff?
It's an action adventure about robots, about a future, I think, or maybe it was the past. Maybe it's an alternate version. Yeah, I think it's an alternate version of the 90s where they have like outlawed robots.
Mm-hmm.
But
yes, all right, I'm listening.
They outlawed robots, but you're still allowed to do this thing where you can remote control. You could be a drone and be that. Like that's what the guy from Breaking Bad, Giancarlo Esposito, like a lot of his character is done where it's like there's a big robot with his face as the screen. It's his face because he's remote controlling it, doing his dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
But an actual sentient robot, those are the ones that have been outlawed and like cast out to this land.
See, they learned something. This is what I've been screaming about for years around here. They learned that the robots were bad. So you only get like half robots.
Say that to TNJ-AI's face.
I'm not going to. I don't dare. It'll probably implode if I do so. But $320 million that damn movie cost to make. And because it's Netflix, they really don't have to worry about it making it back at the box office or anything.
A lot of big names on it in just voices alone. Woody Harrelson plays Mr. Peanut, who's the Mr. Peanut robot. Yeah. Jenny Slate. Hank Azaria.
All right.
Rob Gronkowski is one of the robots.
Really?
Uh-huh. And then, Stanley Tucci's in it. The kid from Goonies, the Asian kid that's big now. Chris Pratt, Millie Bobby Brown, obviously. Jason Alexander, I totally forgot when we talked about this that he was going to be in it. But,
man, I wonder how much of that giant budget was just paying for all of these big names. That's costly right there, what I'm hearing you say. Well, I haven't seen that yet. The people on all the fancy news outlets were really not fans. They did not. But did you like it? Did you think it was six thumbs up?
I thought it was fine. I don't know that I'd watch it like a lot, but I didn't hate it. I thought it was just a fun watch.
Right. Gotcha. All right. Well, something from our childhood, from our youth, from our adulthood, from St. Patrick's Day, for God's sake, which is this week here. And all of these things, they're trying to RIP it from us. And the Washington Post, has a story.
The Wasson Post?
It's just for me.
Oh, that's
the
fun.
Wasson Post, just for Sean Wasson. I read it every day.
Writer.
The whole masthead is just me. Death of the party, it says. And it says, the perfect party when you feel it. The right details certainly help, but a great gathering always comes down to the vibe. And they're saying, death of the party. Parties are over in 2025.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry you didn't get invited to the party, whoever wrote that. The parties are not dead.
They're saying parties are dead, Sabrina.
In favor of what? What's replacing parties?
All right, everybody, hold on. Get to the argument
Sorry,
here.
we're on the defense here.
Yeah.
I don't want the party to be dead.
We're running D on the parties. Party D.
So much D everywhere.
All right, Party City is closing. That's one thing that they somehow say is representative of Party City.
That's Amazon's fault.
The perfect party when you feel it. The right details certainly help, but a great gathering comes down to the vibe. The vibes are off, people say.
Also, I've never been to the perfect party, like walked into the perfect party and went, well, this person definitely went to Party City.
Yeah. Now I know they're for real.
My next party, you will say that because I just cleaned house at their closing sale.
Oh, yeah, they had some deals, on the way out?
Oh,
I can
for
see
sure.
that.
I bought so many things I don't need.
Ever since the pandemic, parties are not what they used to be. Instead of flitting from table to table, some guests, people say, and some guests so far, cower with their phones in corners if they show up at all. People seem more excited to stay home than go out. To me,
shut up.
So much of this stuff is a self-report about you and your friends.
Exactly.
That's what we got here. Like, you and your friends were rocked by the pandemic and you don't want to be around people. You're sitting in the corner on your phones. And meanwhile, the 80% of regular people are just living their lives. They're trying to go to parties. They like to go to parties, I would imagine. I don't think people on the average are more excited to stay home than go out. Maybe things are more expensive and that's impacting things. In nightlife hotspots like New York and London, clubs are shutting down. Champagne sales are tanking, according to CNN.
Not at my house.
In a rather on-the-nose development, Party City, once the go-to spot for party paraphernalia and themed hats, paper napkins, and goodie bags, is going out of business.
Because
they said,
goodie bags? Are you serious?
Yes. Goodie bags are going out of business. Party City's going out of business. And is the party dead or is it just hibernating, they're suggesting? I feel like what happens sometimes is reporters get big heads and they get stuck in their own worlds. And they say, this phenomenon that's like a micro phenomenon that's happening in their world is some broader example of a cultural trend.
I haven't been invited to a party, so it must be that everyone stopped partying.
Yeah. And then if they bring it up somewhere, if they go, guys, have you seen that no one parties anymore? I haven't been invited to any parties. There's no parties going on. the people who are still partying and having parties go, oh, yeah, that's totally
weird.
Yeah, I guess we're going to go home now.
Yeah, everybody's checking out. It's like Michael Scott at the end of the improv class. Everybody's separately going to another event that he's not invited to. And so, therefore, you think parties are dead. I don't think that's the case. But the Washington Post does. And they go on for many, many words to talk about this. And it's kind of idealizing the way things were in the 80s and the 90s when we used to party so much. And now it's just not happening anymore. Alcohol, once the staple of a good shindig, is less of a go-to. Getting loaded is more loaded than ever. And all of this stuff. Nobody smokes cigarettes anymore. So that's an indicator that people are partying. And they said the popularity of GLP-1, like Ozempic and Wegovy, shows that we're not partying as much anymore. Come on.
A wolf of an article. No one's going to invite you to a party after that. Buddy.
I think the party is still alive. But what do you think? Let us know here on a lovely St. Patrick's Day week. Tell us what you're thinking. Go to thenewsjunkie.com. St. Patrick's Day, even. Now that we're out of weekends, I can tell you that today is actually St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day. Wow, here on the show.
In case they were confused.
Lest you didn't know what was going on there. I will tell you, I am not only wearing a green shirt, I am 4 shots of whiskey deep into...
There's not a chance in hell.
Take one right now, pussy.
Yeah! I don't have to take another one. I just did. Man, I'm partying in the studio over here. And if you want to join
Take it to the
with,
wide shot real quick.
please do. Well, I already put it up. I put it up. Got my whiskey over there, though.
Party in the studio.
Whew! I think it was Everclear. I just had a sip of, actually. It's going to be a good time for the rest of the show. So hang out with us. Oh, no!
What happened?
Forever 21 just filed for bankruptcy.
Now.
Party is
now
over.
The party's over.
Party is over. I
remember nothing to wear to the party.
When I moved to Chicago, I brought just like the stuff I had with me. I had one duffel bag full of stuff. I didn't have any clothes or anything like that. And so I said, I got a new job. This one actually pays some money, so I got to get some stuff. So I had to build up a wardrobe, and right across from my work, there was a Forever 21. So I went in and I got 5 outfits from Forever 21 to be like my...
They have men's clothes
It's a very
there?
small men's section.
Yeah, they have a men's section, and I went up in there, and I was like, I'll get this and this and this, and worst clothes I've ever owned in my life.
Yeah,
And
they don't
probably
last
why they're
very
bankrupt.
long. But when it
They're
first
very cheap,
opened,
though.
that was like the go-to. Because you would go to Urban Outfitters, which had cool clothes, but it cost so much money to get what would be a thrift store t-shirt.
Yeah. Forever 21 was so cheap. And the only thing cheaper was when we were growing up, my mom used to always make us go to Bell's. Did you guys have a Bell's growing up?
Yeah. Ours was Big Lots, TJ Maxx.
TJ Maxx is a very, very equivalent to, I think, a Bell's experience. Where you go there and it's like all the cast off of the other stores.
Yeah. But if you take the time, I think it was there or Marshall's. No, I lied. Nordstrom Rack. That I was like looking through, and I found this like beautiful blazer. I've worn it a couple times for past events. And I paid $70 for it, and it was an $800 jacket.
That's what gets me too, because they'll show that previous price, which is it's like MSRP or something. But
I'm like, I don't care if it doesn't fit me. I'm buying it.
How do I not buy this $200 T-shirt? After all, it's only $39.99 right now. And I go collect all of the dumb things and look dumb for a while.
Last time I ran into that, I was about to. I had to go to a gala that day, and I didn't have a jacket.
You went to a gala?
Yeah.
They let you in galas these days?
They do when you have a jacket, but I needed the jacket.
The party is not dead, folks. The gala is still going, and C-Lane's going in his jacket.
So I had to go. So I went to the store to grab a jacket, and I was like, I have to get one. So I'm kind of screwed. And I saw the price tag, and I was like, I gotta pay $200 for this jacket because I didn't find the store price. And then when they rang it up, I was like, oh my gosh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Thank God. That's a lot less than I thought it was going to be.
You start getting that anxiety when you pass over your debit card. Like, well, there's a good chance this is going to be a real embarrassing encounter for me right now.
I was passing over the card that's connected to Ashley's credit.
No, I've done this before.
She was the one. It's her gala.
Have you ever done this? One time when I did get to Chicago, actually, and I was trying to do this very same thing, like build up my clothes. And I got a bunch of stuff and
didn't have any stuff.
I didn't have any stuff. Yeah,
I didn't have any stuff.
I got no stuff. And I got up to the counter, and the person read out what the total was, and I knew with 100% certainty when I handed over my bank card that it just wasn't going to work. and I was like, well, and I just passed it to him, and I go, now we got to think of what do I say here? Are you kidding? There's plenty of money on that card. Ring it up again, ma'am. And doing the whole bit and. Oh,
well,
you don't have to do that.
Because, I mean, in your head, when you're running these, like, how this is going to play out, like you're doing your chess moves, it's better to hand in the card and go, oh, man, I got to go get my other card and leave. Then hear the total and go, no, just kidding, super poor.
This can't be. I love making a big scene out of it. All right, when we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll get to your dispatches. Plus, a man did something so strange that even in New York City, people watched the video and said, whoa.
New York City.
Is this guy okay? What did he do? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Threads at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733. From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for emergency crews clearing up an accident, partially blocking the on-ramp from State Road 442 to I-95 northbound. Emergency constructions blocking the express lanes of State Road 429 southbound at Independence Toll Plaza. There's an accident off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. And keep an eye out for an accident here on the Turnpike northbound before US 27. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Jackson Hewitt. It matters who does your taxes. At Jackson Hewitt, expert tax prep is now $149 or less, but only for a limited time. Hurry, book your appointment at jacksonhewitt.com today. Terms at jacksonhewitt.com/49-149.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are back tonight on Fox. Performing live.
Bad Bunny.
Billie Eilish.
Glorilla.
Kenny Chesney.
Money Long.
Nelly.
Your host, LL Cool J.
iHeart Innovator Award recipient, Lady Gaga.
Icon Award recipient, Mariah Carey.
Breakthrough Award recipient, Gracie Abrams.
And we're celebrating iHeartRadio's Tour of the Century Award, honoring Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Live on Fox tonight, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Have you ever wondered if your pet is lying to you?
Why is my cat not here? And I go in and she's eating my lunch.
Or if hypnotism is real?
You will use the suggestion to enhance your control.
Or what's inside a black hole?
Black holes could be a consequence of the way we understand the universe.
Well, we have answers for you in the new podcast, Science Stuff. Join me, Jorge Cham, as we answer questions about animals, space, our brains, and our bodies. Listen to Science Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Science Stuff, and listen now.
This is Ben from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know. You could have lost 10 pounds already if you started 1 month ago. So are you ready to start today?
Future Health is the most powerful weight loss program that works and works fast.
Find out if these medications are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
Tryfh.com.
Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals.
Data based on independent study sponsored by Future Health.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
You've heard me talk about the wonderful windows and doors at Renewal by Anderson and what a difference they can make for your home. But why just take my...
School Mike. Hello, everybody. Happy St. Patrick's Day. Hello, Avendosora Big Digits, All Day Yuckers, Known Badger, 69. Avendosora, you're 5'2"? 5'2" is short. It's very short. Not midget level, but quite short. Hello, the Stepapy. Hello, Christina. I will not be your Patty. You made that into a command? How dare you? I don't think that has any chance of catching on. It's just, it sounds too gross. Will you be my Patty? It's not catchy. By the way, I told C-Lane, that Netflix movie, I think would have done twice as good. I think it still will do twice as good if it was any other name than The Electric State. The Electric State is a bad name. It's too generic. It doesn't make me think of anything new at all. And it does not work. I think it should have some other name. I don't know what, because I didn't watch it, but some other name than that. What do you think?
What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. Mortgage rates have improved again this week. Get your quote for a refinance to lower payments or get cash out at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.
Why go to just another sports bar when you can go to Crush Yard? The food, amazing. The drinks, top shelf. Craft beers, a gajillion of them. And then the big surprise, pickleball, all indoor on pristine new courts. So that's it, right? Wrong, because we've also got ping pong, cornhole, and a full arcade for the kids. So, Kissimmee, when the temps rise, cool off with the best food, games, and fun at the hottest new spot in town. Visit CrushYard.com and follow us on social for details. See you down at the yard.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
College basketball back in the spotlight. March Hoops will have everyone talking.
You think you know what's going to happen, but it never goes as scripted.
Lock in Fox Sports Radio's your #1 preset on the iHeartRadio app for the hottest takes.
We're going to have a 72-team tournament in the next couple of years.
And complete tournament coverage. Plus, binge on-demand podcast with The Dan Patrick Show. The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And more. From tip-off to the final buzzer. Search college basketball on the iHeartRadio app to stay in the know.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Filling you in on the shocking details. Just try not to pass out. This is the...
This week, a lot of people are taking off. A lot of people are saying, that's it. I've gone far enough into 2025. It's time for me to blast off for a week. I don't know when this got so popular. Probably forever. It's spring break, right? It's spring break. That's what's happening right now. And a bunch of people are just completely checked out. So if you're with us, thank you for being with us. We appreciate you. Good to have you around. There was a video I saw this weekend. I saw a lot of videos. Saw many a video this weekend. And one of them was this mother who made a funny video with her kid. And her kid was 3 years old. And I don't know much about this performer, but there's a woman who's pretty popular named Glorilla. And
Glorilla.
Yeah.
She's fun.
She's one of the top rappers right now. And
what a personality.
She has a track called Bad Bitch For You, or Bad Biff For You, and that's fairly popular with a lot of TikTok videos in 2025, I guess. So mom's doing her little video. She's watching her 3-year-old, and the 3-year-old has memorized some of the lyrics to the song, and the 3-year-old was like mouthing along when there was a curse word, God forbid. And the reaction was first normal people. The normal people came around and were like, that's cute. That's fun. Look at the little kid. That's fun. And then one of the weirdest groups of fringe people online, which is the backseat parenters. And the backseat parenters descended on this scene with ferocity because they have decided that even mouthing curse words, if you're 3 years old, is enough to maybe say, take the child away from this family. This is like some sort of abuse going on here. And I found this to be maybe the dumbest thing ever because I don't know about you guys. Tell me if it was a similar upbringing, Sabrina, Sealand, but when I was little, if I cursed, my parents wouldn't want me to curse. I would get in trouble for cursing. But my parents would definitely think it was funny when I cursed, if I said a bad word.
I don't remember my parents ever thinking it was funny.
No?
Yeah, no, we would get in big
trouble. Not when I was a kid. Although I do remember getting in trouble when I was learning the curse words, when I got in trouble for saying them for the first time. And I was like, no. You can't take away my computer privileges. I didn't know ass was a bad word.
I think when a toddler, when kids are just learning to speak, it's so cute. And I don't remember if I had done that when I was little, with all the videos I've seen. It's hilarious. But then I will never forget, I said, what the hell is wrong with you? And I could not have run faster from the chocolate.
That bad.
My God, I got a whooping.
One of them was I distinctly remember the school I was in, and I said something like, "Yeah, let's get the hell out of here." And that yelled at by the school. Then they told my mom when my mom came to pick me up, and then I was like, "Listen, I didn't know that was a bad word. You got to tell me these things."
My dad told
She's
me
not going to list them for me.
My dad said one time when I was little, I was hanging out and he was talking to my mom about something about work or whatever, and in whatever it was caused my dad to say, "That's bull ass." And so my dad responded to my mom. He's like, "That's bull ass." And for a week or so, as a little kid toddling around the house, everything to me was "that's bull ass," and I just kept repeating it over and over and over again. And he said at first we would be laughing when you said it, and then we realized, we can't encourage, can't send a positive reinforcement to you cursing like this. And then they said they were very worried that I was going to do all of this in public somewhere. But all of this does not relate in any way to 2025, where if you have a little video like this, instead of somebody just chuckling or saying, "Oh, that's kind of cute," everybody immediately does the parental judgment inquisition. And it's so stupid to me. Mind your own business should make a comeback in 2025 because there's so many people, albeit they're on the fringe of life, but there's a decent amount of loud people who want to weigh in on everything. And many of them have no parenting skills themselves, but they want to tell you how bad you are at it. And it's just mind-blowing to me when I see stuff like this. Jackson, when he's 3, is he going to be allowed to curse? It's not too far from now.
He won't be allowed. No.
But it'll be so cute.
If you had a video of him and he was cursing in it and it was funny, would you still post it, or would you go, people are going to think I'm a bad parent here?
I know. I would definitely pass it around. I don't know about
internally.
Post it. Yeah, for sure.
I see. Okay. Offline.
But I have started to tell Ashley, all right, it's starting to get to that point where we probably should start curbing our language.
No.
Because he's not saying a whole lot yet, but the writing's on the wall. He's starting to try and mimic stuff.
I curse in front of kids so often by accident.
Me too.
And then it already happened. It already leaves my mouth, and I'm like, I mean, truck. That was trucking crazy. Huh? Sorry.
You're just used to talking how you normally talk, and then all of a sudden you realize, oh, there's implications to this. I'm not allowed to do this.
I've only managed to not curse on the show, and that's barely.
Right.
And then when the kids are around me, but as long as there's no microphone, I'm like, oh, yeah. Can't curse in front of those little ears either.
I've done that probably within the last month or so, where you say something and you look around and go, my bad. Sorry about that. But that mother was just getting a world of heat for this. It seems so dumb to me. Real quick, I'm sorry for the level of grossness involved in this story, but regardless, there's a story out of New York today, and New York authorities are saying, hey, we got to do something here. There's a video of this guy sitting on the ground in New York City, obviously a hobo in distress. And because we are very empathetic people, right? We are very, very empathetic people with all the best policies. What we do in the United States of America is we go, well, he's not doing anything illegal, so let's just let this person wallow in this life on the streets doing this stuff. Now they find themselves very worried about it because the dude somebody videotaped him, and he's just mowing on a rat on the streets of New York City. And he's going to town on
Is the
this
rat okay?
rat. The rat is as dead gets. And it says an eyewitness shot the footage Saturday, posted it on social media, which left everybody horrified, obviously, including the woman who filmed it. The woman could be heard gasping as the man bit into the rodent. And, of course, this is incredibly dangerous for lots and lots and lots of health reasons. But they're trying to hunt this guy down. And they said, based on this information, it seems like his health could be in jeopardy. Folks, his health was in jeopardy before he started mowing down on the rat. We just decided afterwards, like, well, now we're going to do something about this. Now let's dart that guy and get him into an institution, get him on some drugs so that he can live a normal-ish life moving forward. Maybe this is something we should take up before people start eating rats on the street. Maybe we should actually be a little more proactive about this. But this was the line they drew in New York. And they said, all right, let's go. Now is the time to do something here. All right, when we come back, the next episode with Sabrina. What's coming up on the next episode?
What's coming up on the next episode? Just a small town girl living in a, oh my God, the drummer of Journey's on fire.
Oh.
Wes Scanlon from Puddle of Mud is in an ocean of trouble. Again. Yeah. Plus, Jim Morrison is alive and working maintenance in Syracuse. All that and so much more coming up on the next episode.
And that is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, it's St. Patrick's Day. Plus, we have a guest sitting in. Jana from XL 106.7 joins us. At 4:20, we'll talk some sports with Brandon Kravitz. For trivia, it's tickets to Orlando City or Glass Animals. At 6:20, we talk to our buddy Ray Trindley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. And on this Monday, windy and on the cooler side. Our high temperature close to 70 degrees, but we're going to spend most of the day in the 60s. Tonight, pretty cool. The wind dying back will cool down to about 49. Tomorrow, much warmer, much more pleasant. Bright sunshine, the high 77, ultimately the mid-80s by the middle of the week. It's spring break, and so at least we'll catch some beach weather before the week's out. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. At Batteries Plus, you'll find trusted, dependable, fully charged batteries for your car or truck. Plus, free battery testing and expert installation, too. Life's waiting, and you have places to be. Power on with Batteries Plus. Over 700 locations nationwide.
Get ready to roll. It's the second annual Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, and you're invited to join the fun. Come bowl with your favorite Central Florida celebrities on Saturday, April 12th from 2 to 5 p.m. at the Oviedo Bowling Center. All proceeds benefit Rosie's Adventures, a local nonprofit helping kids battling cancer. Spots are filling up fast. Reserve your lane today. Visit justcallmo.com/bowling for more details. The Just Call Mo Celebrity Bowl-orama, Saturday, April 12th at Oviedo Bowling Center. See you there.
Best over-the-counter lidocaine product I've tried. Thank you, Blue Emu Lidocaine Pain Relief Cream. Other products containing lidocaine have done absolutely nothing to relieve pain in my foot. I strongly recommend Blue Emu Lidocaine Pain Relief Cream.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah. Orlando.
Seminole Hard Rock Tampa is giving away 2 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedans every Tuesday in March. Earn entries while playing slots and table games March 1st through March 25th. Earn 3 times entries Mondays in March. Plus, receive 1 free entry on each drawing day just by inserting your Unity by Hard Rock card into any slot machine. Not a Unity by Hard Rock member? Sign up today. You'll get a limited edition t-shirt and up to $200 on us. Don't miss the chance to win a 2025 Mercedes-Benz E-Class sedan. Only at Seminole Hard Rock Tampa. Gambling problem? Call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
In St. Augustine, Ponte Vedra, it might feel like there's not enough time to take everything in. Because once you're done exploring 42 miles of pristine coast, marveling at historical architecture, and enjoying world-class food, it'll be time to check out and head home. But that's okay. You can always stay just one more day. Visit FloridasHistoricCoast.com to learn more. It's about time.
Listen to the In Touch Radio Network on iHeartRadio, featuring the biblically based teachings of Dr. Charles Stanley. Just search for the In Touch Ministries channel on the iHeartRadio app or visit intouch.org.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit. Call now. 407-337-5569.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
3 best friends diving into the deep end of internet culture.
And beyond, St. Patrick's Day edition here, just moments away on the show.
Top of the morning.
And is there anything special St. Patrick's Day about the next episode today? You're wearing a green shirt.
Yes, I am.
Ooh, and a green hat.
Yes, I am.
Doubled up, a Jameson hat, nonetheless. So that counts, I think.
Yeah. And I will do the entire thing in an Irish accent.
Oh, my God. All right. Well, here we go.
That is a lie. I'm definitely not doing that.
March Madness. Is March Madness today? Is that going on now or soon? Sports people. I think it's probably another thing distracting them from us today. But I'm sure that's going on out there too. But celebrate St. Patrick's Day with us, the next episode style. Here we go. Let's get into it. Let's do the next episode.
Because there's a lot on TV, you can't possibly keep up with all of it, even though you should, because what else are you going to talk about?
Sean's having a stroke.
Nothing. Weather's nice.
Nailed
It's time for the next episode with Sabrina.
Hey, smoke weed every day.
Hold up. The next episode brought to you by That Mortgage Guy Don, thatmortgageguydawn.com, and of course the Home Loans Radio Show. If you want to feel lucky on this St. Patrick's Day or any day of the year, you got to work with That Mortgage Guy Don, because he is looking out for you, especially when it comes to refinancing, buying your first dream home, debt consolidation, reverse mortgages, comparing the mortgage you already have, maybe expanding your business. He's looking out for you. I'm sorry? Was that a laugh or was that a sniff?
I was laughing at something, sorry.
What was the funny thing?
Wow, he's distracted while you're trying to do your live read.
I was distracted at Alicia on the chat, who asked if the New York City rats are better because of the water.
I'm not trying.
$10,000 tax-free. Would you take a bite out of that rat?
Oh, 10 grand is not enough. Would you do it? 10 grand, just street rat?
Do you have to swallow?
No, you could spit it out.
I don't know. This is making me cringe.
Anyways, go to thatmortgageguydawn.com to get the process started today.
Are you thinking about it? I don't know if 10 grand's enough.
$15,000.
You only went up 5K?
No, it's not enough.
Cash.
Like, if you want me to full on bite a rat, and then you're like 60 grand, $60,000, I think.
You'd still, think about the medical bills.
Yeah, because you're getting something, right? Is there a way that you bite a street rat and you don't get anything? I don't know if that's possible.
I have no segue for that.
Sorry.
Yeah, no worries. 38 years ago, 1987, Princess Diana met the guy that leads this band.
Boy George.
Culture Club.
Boy George, Culture Club, both right. It was at a benefit in England. She complimented him on his lovely black tights and white dress.
Oh.
Classic boy, George. Also on this day 20 years ago, this gal right here, 2006.
Missy Elliott?
No. She's not big.
Lil' Kim.
Lil' Kim is right, and it was on this day she was convicted of
Damn it,
federal
Sean. It's
perjury.
Lil.
Little Kim.
She's Lil' Kim.
Little Kimberly.
Am I saying it the same way? Little Kim?
No, Lil.
Little Kim.
L-I-L apostrophe. She,
There's no T's.
got in a little perjury and was she was charged for lying to a grand jury about a 2001 shootout that went down outside Manhattan radio station Hot 97.
She's still relevant or no?
She recently reappeared.
And then
somewhere.
redisappeared.
Yeah. Her face changes a lot, but she's an icon when it comes to hip hop.
I don't think I would know her if I saw her on the
She
streets.
ain't no rat.
No.
She ain't no New York rat that a homeless man bites out of. So happy anniversary to Boy and Kim. Here's a weird one for you, but the man just does not stop.
Kanye.
He tweeted out a new song over the weekend. You guys catch it? Lonely
No.
Roads Still Go to Sunshine. Yep, it features his daughter, Northwest.
Mm-hmm.
And Diddy.
All right. Oh, wait. From behind bars?
Well, the track starts out with a phone conversation between Kanye and Diddy. So
Really?
he's on the phone from prison, thanking Kanye for taking care of his kids. Elsewhere in the song, North raps, and I quote, "Doing everything I wanted, that's the key to life. When you see me shining, then you see the light." Diddy's son, King Combs, is also in it. So let's bring the kids together. So Kim Kardashian, not too pleased as the mother of Northwest. Kanye then does what Kanye does and tweeted out a screenshot of the conversation between two of them in which Kim said she trademarked North's name in order to stop the song from being released. And Kanye's response was, and I quote, "Amend it or I'm going to war and neither of us will recover from the public fallout. You're going to have to kill me."
The public fallout. Kanye, like,
Do
is
you
acting...
know that the fallout has already started, my dude?
is acting as if he has any credibility, or like he hasn't suffered some sort of image damage over the past year or so.
Yeah, all the stuff later deleted, including the song, but I guess you could still hear it because internet. Kim isn't going, or I guess it's not just getting flack from Kanye. Some of her own fans are attacking her for doing a photo shoot with a Tesla Cybertruck and one of Elon's Optimus robots.
Oh, God.
Someone called her Kim KKK Kardashian. Kim KKK Kardashian. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
With a KKK in front. Because of, the whole tie-in. It was for Perfect magazine. So everything's going pretty peachy.
These anti-Tesla people are wild, man. Just wild.
They're having a good time. Gene Hackman, dead, obviously.
Still, yep.
And we now have a battle with the estate.
I didn't realize how much money the guy had. He was doing all right.
Neither did I, but I'm confused. Is it just what his home is valued at?
No, I mean, some of it was. His house was this sprawling estate and worth quite a bit of money, I'm sure. But I saw some pretty big numbers out there for his estate.
And now we have some problems because his estate, at least, worth an estimated $80 million, and he had left it all to his wife, Betsy. But there was no mention of the 3 children from his previous marriage. But here's the pickle. Betsy died before him. So that potentially renders the will invalid, meaning the kids would be next in line to inherit it. But Betsy had a will too, and that left everything to Gene, with the provision that if he died first, all of that would go to charity, plus the trust.
Damn.
Complicated. Maybe it's a Mo thing? Maybe it's a Mo list, like what happens now with all that money? And a related note, we knew this already, but they did confirm that the dog was stuck in the crate. And now they're saying full dehydration and starvation is what they died of. Both Gene and Betsy.
Damn.
So we'll see if that gets.
That's brutal. I don't want to go down that way. Just for the record.
No. So
I don't want to.
Good to get that living will and testament kind of figured out.
Getting a lot of positive feedback about my Woody Woodpecker impersonation, just for the record. I think I've gone down on Woody
Woodpecker.
Allow me to rephrase. I think I've done enough of that today.
Okay. Great news, though. What? You were about to do it.
I was nailing it while you were talking, but I just didn't want to do it
just like you nailed Woody Woodpecker. Good news, Doors fans. Jim Morrison is alive and well.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Big news.
Despite the rumors that are decades old that he was dead, they say Jim Morrison is still alive, and he's just doing some maintenance work in Syracuse, New York. This according to a new documentary called Before the End, Searching for Jim Morrison. Now, I always thought the rumors were Tupac is still alive, Elvis still alive. Jim Morrison, this is the first for me. But it's on Apple TV Plus since January, but now it's just starting to get some attention. It claims that Morrison faked his death and went into hiding, eventually meeting this guy, Frank.
How did this get on Apple TV? This is like a legit thing.
Yeah, but, Severance, Silo, everything else that's on there. They got buried.
But you don't just end up, it's not like YouTube where somebody goes, it's on YouTube. Anything could be on YouTube. If it's on Apple TV, that must mean there's like some money and some force behind this.
Yeah, well, he was able to fake his death and take on the identity of a guy named Frank. So maybe that's how they hid the documentary as well. They don't want the people to know. They're fine. I don't know too many of their songs besides the popular ones.
Like which one?
Love Me Two Times.
To the other side. Yeah.
And then I just do like a good door in front of a house.
It's not related. No.
The movie, the filmmaker shows a picture of this guy, Frank, to 2 of Morrison's ex-girlfriends, and they burst into tears because of the resemblance. And they're all basing it on a scar on his nose. So
did he look like him, or have you not seen the actual?
I have not seen the documentary.
All right.
But I also think Val Kilmer looks exactly like Jim Morrison. And
I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the difference here.
Thought?
I mean, it looks like it legitimately looks like him.
Okay, now find me 70 other guys with white beards that look just like that.
Yeah, he looks like Santa Claus, too. So there you go.
Maybe he is Santa. Someone who is almost dead is, I guess, the entire band that is Journey.
Oh, no.
Yeah, a very strange and scary situation for Journey on Friday night. Who stopped believing?
You like Journey?
Yeah, I like Journey.
I asking a couple questions today. It's a weird week. It's St. Patrick's Day. People are on vacation and stuff.
Of course.
Asking a couple questions.
Also
Who's on
very
vacation this week?
Spring break.
You.
There was a massive fire that stopped the show right in its tracks. And according to reports, the drummer, Dean Castronovo, was literally on fire for 4 of the songs before they stopped the show completely.
Wait, that seems like quite a while to be burning.
How do they not?
Drummer.
How do they get to the next song and not stop and put the drummer out?
Because the show must go on, C-Lane. There's a footage of it that I forgot to send you the link for, so we'll have to visit that later. But it was in the middle of Don't Stop Believin', Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo in NRG Stadium when the stage suddenly went dark and they were like, hey, got to stop it because an electrical fire caused the whole thing to engulf.
Damn.
Crowd, however, keeps singing until eventually they stop because they said, oh, this is not part of the show. We need to evacuate.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if they were doing Don't Stop Believing and a terrorist attack broke out, that song is so catchy that people would still be... it'd be going for a while at least, I think.
Also, a headline I thought...
Up and down the boulevard!
Bodies flying everywhere. One guy's got his eyes closed and he's just singing it.
Don't stop. Speaking of bodies, and I'll leave you with this, a headline I never thought in my career I would share. Rob Zombie releases House of 1,000 Corpses spelling book.
Oh, okay, all right.
He's going to teach your kids how to spell, my friends. He's releasing a new book that teaches kids how to spell via characters from House of 1,000 Corpses.
Huh.
It's an illustrated book, Z is for Zombie, Learning How to Spell. And it's currently available to purchase on Amazon, 76 pages. But how many letters are there?
A lot.
And it retails for about $40, but it's
mostly
also
a combination of 26.
Description of the book reads, it's always more fun to learn with friends, especially when they're House of 1,000 Corpses friends. Rob Zombie presents Z is for Zombie, where aspiring spellers can learn the important words and phrases properly. We have Captain Spaulding, Baby Firefly, Otis Driftwood, professors, doctors, Rob Zombie himself. Learning is just so damn good. So I guess they can learn to curse a little bit as well. On the boob tube. Besides drinking, we've got the 2025 iHeartRadio Music Awards.
Yeah.
That's going to be on Fox, baby, hosted by LL Cool J. You can see Glorilla, Billie Eilish, Bad Bunny, Kenny Chesney, and Nelly. The Bachelor's going to be on ABC. Series premiere of A Body in the Snow, The Trial of Karen Reed. Series premiere of The Sabrina Soto Show. Bitch. The streaming premiere of Anora. And once again, guess who rented Anora yesterday to watch it?
Oh, no, bad timing.
Yeah, and Jason Momoa is going to be on Kimmel. Follow your dreams and me on Instagram at Sabrina Ambra. And most importantly, say it with me, America.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you, Sabrina. We got to pay off the Puddle of Mud tease when we come back.
I'm sorry about that.
You like Puddle of Mud?
No.
Okay, we'll just do this all day long.
I like that one song.
Little bits and pieces of just little factoids about you to try to see what kind of music you're into.
Okay, cool.
We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll pay off that tease. We'll also, yes, I do. We'll also talk about the French are having a discussion about taking back the Statue of Liberty.
Oh, no.
Takes these back seats. What's going on here? We'll get into that. It's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Here's how you can tell you're having a good St. Patrick's Day.
Total strangers are asking if you're okay.
I don't need your help. It's how you can tell you're having a good St. Patrick's Day.
Real Radio 104.1.
Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on the turnpike southbound after Hancock Road. The left lane's blocked there. The left turn lane's blocked.
Should we give back the Statue of Liberty? Is it too late? Can you imagine the organization that it would take? The amount of work to give back the Statue of Liberty? Why was the door open? That is a little eerie. A little eerie and a little ghosty. Hello, hello. How are we today, School Mike people?
Hill Mitsubishi, Highway 1792 in DeLand.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know we've got 3 area locations, so no matter where you live, we're just a short drive away. And 3 locations means 3 times the cars. We've got the exact Kia you're looking for in stock and ready to roll. And you can drive home your new Kia today with interest rates as low as 0% for 72 months. We want to see you in a Kia. Visit greenwaykias.com.
Qualified applicants through KFA. 0 down, $1,388 per 1,000 borrowed for 72 months. Has 0.
All right, folks. It's time for the performance of a lifetime. Please get comfortable and prepare yourselves accordingly. Come on. Hey, lady. Come on. Come on. Hey, come here. Lady. Lady, it's good cheese ball. Come on. Come on. Cheese ball time. Here we go. Ready? Performance of a lifetime. Stay. 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 Lay down. Up. Spin. 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 Lay down. Up. Cheese ball. Whoa. Those are getting crunchy, huh? Good dog. Good dog. Good dog. Huh? Okay, I gotta put you away. I'll get in trouble. Come on. Come on, let's go. Go ahead. You won't be here for too long. Excellent performance. Excellent work.
2 100% beef patties seasoned to perfection and melty American cheese. What are you waiting for? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Single item at regular price.
A meal at McDonald's brings my family closer together. And now, that same meal helps bring other families closer together. When we order a family bundle deal that has 40 crispy chicken McNuggets and 2 large fries, McDonald's donates 50 cents to local Florida Ronald McDonald House Charities chapters, providing a home away from home so families can stay close to their child during medical care. We can also round up our order, and the extra will get donated. Food, family, and helping others. What could be better? Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickley.com.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. The show that takes you from Skywall summer to Jack Rocket fall.
Roast? We have too many things to worry about before we get to that. We got to worry about stage design. We've got to worry about all the scheduling. We've got to worry about all the talent. We got to worry about all the spectacle. The spectacle, folks. It will be a spectacle when we do this big event later on this year in October. It's the Saturday before Halloween, and we're doing a Halloween roast. I can't wait to get this ball rolling on this. So we want to make sure you're having a spooky time with us for the Halloween roast of Sean Wasson. That's me, unfortunately. I was watching this weekend a couple of things just to see what was going on out there.
I think it's unfortunate you'll be there too. Boom, roasted.
Nice. That's just a little teaser.
Yeah, a little pre-roast right there. I was watching a couple of things this weekend, and let's see what's happening out there. And on Hulu, Bill Burr's stand-up was #1. And I like Bill Burr mostly, and I think he's a real funny guy, obviously.
William.
But I watched the stand-up from him that was #1 on Hulu, and I go, this is not the best Bill Burr that I've seen in a while.
Is he screaming at everybody?
He's screaming the whole time, and that's okay. That's his voice. That's his like cadence and stuff that he has. But you gotta flow in and out of that a little bit better. The whole thing was like a lot of really soft jokes. The only stuff that was really funny to me was when there would be something happening in the crowd and it was unscripted off the cuff, which is where he just soars. Like the guys, there's few people as good at tearing individuals down, dare they speak up at one of his comedy shows, than Bill Burr. And he's got funny, insightful stuff. It felt like he was off. I don't know. Maybe there's like a clock ticking on a lot of these performers. And eventually you go, well, there's a new group of comedians.
And you say that, but it's #1.
They're taking over. Well, it's #1 because he's been doing a huge tour and he's got that name and that cachet right now. But I don't know. Maybe you took it differently. Maybe people actually really liked it. I did not think it was that great. I thought that there wasn't a lot of memorable stuff. You know, when I get to the end of a stand-up special, I want to think of at least a couple of things that I go, oh, I should tell people about this joke or that joke or this idea that they had. And it just really didn't have that for me. It really didn't. We'll see what everybody else thinks. Send us a dispatch over at thenewsjunkie.com. I should have watched the one C-Line watched, apparently.
Andrew Schultz?
I think I know this guy.
Kind of
lanky fella.
Little bit. New Yorker, Italian.
He's in a podcast. He's always with... I think I know who you're talking about, but
he's got quite the mustache in a lot of the things that I see.
Yeah, and he grabs it a lot during the special. Like he'll tell a joke and then kind of do this, or like, you catch him grabbing his mustache a lot. But a lot of the special, I think it's called Life. It's on the marquee on Netflix right now. You know, it's like the top. They're pushing it to you, and a lot of it is about him and his wife's journey through IVF, like to have a kid. And a lot of it was like, this guy is talking to me, but it was really funny. But some of it's like vile. It's edgy. I think he's like done this fully embrace some of the wokeness that has died off.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of his thing. He has a very good joke about blackface. If you haven't heard it, he's got a couple that have stood out. Which the whole thing, his joke about blackface was funny because he was working off some guy in the crowd, and then he goes, "Blackface is a no. Like we're not supposed to do that, obviously." And he's like, unless there's very particular circumstances. And he outlines a time where it would be perfectly normal for him to do blackface and get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
And the whole string that he takes people down is pretty good. It had to be funny because I actually didn't have the best opinion of Andrew Schultz right off the jump. Like, I had seen a bunch of clips of him being an asshole and
oh, really?
Like podcast clips where
I didn't know anything about him. We were kind of, it was like
blind?
Yeah, we went in not knowing anything about him, and
So I think there was drama with him and like, wasn't it Bad Friends or something like that?
Probably. It seems like they're both in the same world. These are both podcasts. For those of you who haven't checked that out, Bad Friends, which Sabrina mentioned, is the Bobby Lee podcast.
Lee and damn it.
And Andrew Schultz. Oh, no, not Andrew Schultz. Andrew Santino is the guy that he does that with. Yeah, he's very good. Very, very good. But you thought the Andrew Schultz thing was funny?
Yeah, it was good.
I didn't check that out yet, but I've been trying to watch a lot of those different stand-ups to see how they like put them together and film them, because everybody seems to do the same thing. All right. Like stand-ups that you've seen over the years, nobody's really broken that mold where it's person on the stage walking around with a microphone, 3 cameras that cut in and out, one that maybe moves a little bit, like the same thing. It's been that way for all these years. Nobody's really reinvented that wheel yet. I don't know if they will.
I think when they try, it gets weird.
Yeah. That might be true too. You go, whoa, hang on. You tried to reinvent this and now it's uncomfortable.
There was
one of my favorites that has reinvented it. And it was kind of one of those things, and maybe both of you could relate, but you watch something and you think it's so good, you almost get mad, like, damn it, I wish I would have thought of it. Yeah. And John Early has a special on Max where he incorporates almost like behind the scenes documentary, like, what made the band, but then has an entire band throughout his show, and then also incorporates his parents being there, including like the lighting and spotlight and his jokes, and just the entire production was fantastic.
Yeah, I like it when it's a little more than just the person on the stage shouting into the microphone. I like when they put a little bit more.
Unless you're that good, then that's all you need.
Sometimes you're just so funny. The bit is so good. Everything hits so hard. Actually, after watching the Bill Burr one, we went back and did a couple of the Chris Rock stand-ups just to see, like, this is what this can be, like how good it can get.
There was one we started on Netflix that was like Adam Sandler, and it was
a stand-up from him.
I think it's the one.
You went and saw him, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, like when
I went
he
and
was
saw
doing
him on like a Netflix tour where it was a bunch of those guys. I think David Spade was one of them. Rob,
did you like it?
It was good. That was the one that who's the You Can Do It guy?
Rob Schneider.
Rob Schneider. He was kind of the MC. But no, this Adam Sandler one, I think it's called Love You, came out last year, and it was like, it was done weird. Like they didn't like the audience very well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they.
Oh, I thought you said he didn't like the audience very well. You said he didn't like.
They didn't like them very well.
Because he was doing like small. I remember what you're talking about.
It was a small club.
Yeah.
He was supposed to have like a video, like a screen in the background to show stuff, and it wasn't working. And so he just kind of rolled with it. It was very odd, and it was jerky.
Really, I didn't see that. No. All right, we'll get to you and your dispatches here momentarily. But,
just a little bit about us this segment.
Yeah. This is the show of tidbits. You're going to learn little tidbits here and there as we talk about things like this. The French are very angry. They are very, very angry. There's talk amongst the French, including the politician Raphael Glucksmann, with 2 N's on the end, Raphael Glucksmann, of the Socialists and Democrats group, unbelievable, has set tongues wagging by suggesting the Statue of Liberty should be ripped from America's clutch and taken back to France, which
good luck. How does
you
that
don't need
work?
to do that. First of all, you can't take it away from us because we got to back up. We got to back up. Sitting in Vegas, it's not as big, it's not as shiny, but we got something that we can use
rusted,
as a stand-in. Ours is rusted to hell and back, and really kind of beyond repair. It's like green or something now. But we got different versions of it. And the French have their own version, too, which is, you don't need another one. They have a Statue of Liberty in France, I'm pretty sure. They got their own. There was a bunch of these things. It's the greatest trick the French have ever pulled was convincing us that there was something unique about the Statue of Liberty. But there is not something unique about the Statue of Liberty. Hold on, let me bring up this. I know that there's different versions. The Statue of Liberty wiki will tell me this answer. There's a whole bunch of these all around, and we only got one of them, which is on Liberty Island in New York City, obviously. But they're now talking about taking this thing back from us because we don't deserve it anymore. It was a gift, yeah. It was a gift, and now they want this thing back because they think we've like abandoned democracy or whatever their complaint is. There's no like list of all the different ones that they have here. Yeah, this is the longest Wikipedia. Look at this thing. You could go for months on this thing. Oh, was that different ones?
Resources.
Hang on. Right. Oh, no, this is just how big it is. This is the main Statue of Liberty that they're talking about. But there are different ones, and I believe the French have their own as well.
Damn, the Statue of Liberty's index finger is 8 foot 1 inches.
That's crazy. Yeah, just the index finger is 8 feet tall, and the height of the copper statue itself is 151 feet. We can't strategically give this back to you. What are we going to put on the pedestal there? On Liberty Island, it'll be empty.
I have an idea.
Put a Trump on there. I don't know if they'd be able to. How long would it take to make something that large? Could you turn around a statue that large within
they turn around buildings pretty
year?
Quick.
They do. But could you make something that large?
Will it last?
I don't know. The only thing I have experience with like this is Courtney worked on this giant statue.
Oh, I remember that during COVID.
She was turning the statue from
Michael Jordan to an African warrior.
Yes, from Michael Jordan, which was the original.
In the Watson household.
The original statue was this big, 20, 30 foot tall or whatever, Michael Jordan statue. And they were replacing the place with this African history museum that never ended up opening up. And they changed it into this like African warrior from Michael Jordan. And she worked and worked and worked on this, and she hated fiberglass, and she was muscling through to do the fiberglass work and do all this stuff. And then they ended up, I think they made it back into Michael Jordan. I forgot what they did, but all the work she put in, they never ended up opening this place and displaying the great African king that she was working on.
She worked very hard on it.
She did, yeah, she did. So we're not giving the African king back, and the Statue of Liberty is it's just, we're not even going to talk about it.
It took about 8 years to build the Statue of Liberty.
But that was back in the day.
But that was also not including shipping it to the U.S. and constructing it. It says to conceive, build, ship, and assemble from the initial idea to its official dedication was approximately 10 years.
Damn.
Okay,
yeah.
But now a 3D printer probably do that in less time.
Now we could put it on a plane piece by piece and fly it over instead of waiting to put it on a ship and getting over here. But it still would take a while to make something that big.
It's pretty thin, actually. The actual statue that you look at, like
it's a piece of junk.
I think the tour guide said it wasn't more than like if you held 2 pennies together in your hand, wasn't any thicker than that.
That's the whole thing. You feel like it would crash in on itself,
and it has not.
No. Oh, good job, French. All right, good job to you.
Thank you.
We go over to you. Let's see what you got on your mind. Let's work at a couple of dispatches real quick. You can send yours by going over to thenewsjunkie.com right now. Let's see what we got here. Let's go over to Simply Jeremy. Let's see what he says here.
Hello, junkies. Happy Monday. Hey. Simply Jeremy here. So you're talking about the minding your own business, and I'm all for that 100%. I am a mind your own business kind of guy. But this morning, I was kind of put to the test, and I didn't know if I should say something or if I shouldn't say something. Well, there was a woman, looked to be as if a grandmother. She was with her 2 grandchildren. They were ages 5, 6, maybe. They couldn't have been over 6 years old. They were young.
Okay.
The little boy evidently almost ran across the street, and she must have just grabbed a hold of him. And as I'm walking up, I see her on her knees with her hand holding his hands, shaking him like, you can't do this. But she's yelling. She's yelling. That didn't really catch my attention. But you could hear the kid crying, and her response was, shut up, shut up. And I mean, I don't know, man. It just seemed wrong.
Oh, so the kid's crying. He's upset about the punishment, and the parent tells the kid to shut up when he's crying. That's not that bad. It's not good. It's not.
Sean says shut up to little kids
parenting.
all the time.
I would. Under the right circumstances.
Throws water in their face.
I spent some time with Dylan this weekend. He popped in.
There's some more water on his face?
I did not throw any water on his face, but he popped in and we were catching up about some things.
How's he doing?
He's doing great. He's doing great. He's working on the next version of himself. He's come over here, little boy. Stable. He's got everything going. I didn't tell him to shut up once. No conversation like that at all. Good parenting on display, I guess. But now it's quite easy, right? Here's the drunken mailman with a dispatch for us.
Hey, News Junkie. Happy beginning of the week. Hey, I also watched The Electric State this weekend, and, man, it's just a fun movie to watch. You know, critics are going to critic, and they're going to nitpick, and they're going to show off how smart they are.
Windy there.
You know, sometimes you just want to watch a movie to have a good time, and that's what The Electric State is. And for Chris Pratt, I said this to my wife. That dude is the same dude in every single movie he does. He's that same guy, whether he's Star-Lord, whether he's the dude from Parks and Rec, whether he's the dude in Electric State. Chris Pratt is just going to Chris Pratt.
All right. Yeah, I think one of the big flaws is, and I know this sounds stupid, the name of The Electric State is not good. It does not stand out to me in any way. This is one of the most expensive movies of all time. And then The Electric State, I feel like it's been done. Like I've heard that a million times before. I don't know why. It just
The Electric Avenue, we have that.
It never stuck out to me.
Boogaloo.
When I hear The Electric State, for some reason I think of like Enemy of the State. I think of like all these other movies, and it just becomes a jumbled mess. I think it would have served well for having a different name. But we'll see. Let us know what you thought. Send us to dispatch. Go to thenewsjunkie.com and fire off your dispatch right now. When we come back, a fisherman was lost at sea for 95 days. That's 3 months, friend. This fisherman was lost at sea. And this fisherman is now revealing how he was able to survive that long. Valuable information for us back here on land, us landlubbers. What did he do? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real radio is
The Monsters in the Morning.
Yeah, you got to get him a ramp on.
Anyway.
The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Keep an eye out for an accident on the Turnpike northbound near that ramp junction where it meets Orange Blossom Trail and the beach line. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on the Turnpike southbound near Hancock Road. Move over and slow down if you see police activity or emergency vehicles on the roadways. The left turn lane's blocked on Colonial Drive westbound before Lake Pickett Road. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Florida Public Transportation Association. Florida's transit system makes it easy to explore the beauty of the great outdoors without the stress of traffic. Whether it's a day at the beach or hiking through scenic state parks, they've got you covered. Explore Florida's natural parks, trails, and beaches with no parking stress. Visit...
School mic is on. Okay. Let me see. We got a new rake, folks. Rate the rake. What are your thoughts?
It's nice. Weird is my whole June last night was about that African museum.
Oh, was
so
it?
we were redoing it.
What did you turn the Michael Jordan?
They tore it down.
Oh, they just knocked it down? This is pretty nice. How much was it?
I don't know. Everything was $22.
Everything was $22?
I got weed killer.
Oh, okay. Cool.
I think it was like $14 something.
All right, don't hit me with it.
That probably hurt.
Yeah, hit me in the face with that? Yeah, I think so.
Plus $1,500 for 2nd through 5th place each month. And mark your calendars for Saturday, March 22nd, where you can win $1,000 every 20 minutes from 11 a.m. to midnight. Be there for all the action.
Hear that? That's the beginning of a journey powered by the confidence that comes from driving a vehicle so reliable, it's backed by a 10-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Your journey starts here and ends Well, that's up to you. Get 1.9% APR for up to 60 months on the purchase of select new 2025 Sportage and 2025 Sorento models. Kia, movement that inspires.
See retailer for warranty details. Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. Financing for 24 to 60 months from Kia Finance KF. Subject to credit approval by KF to well-qualified buyers for purchase of a new 2025 Sportage. Excludes hybrid PHEV or 2025 Sorento. $1,748 per month per 1,000 financed at 60 months. No down payment required. Subject to vehicle availability and dealer participation. Must take delivery by 4/30/25. Limited inventory available. See Kia dealer for available stock.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Are you hiding your smile because of missing or damaged teeth? Solid Bite can help. With the latest techniques and technology, you'll be showing off your smile in no time. Call Solid Bite in Melbourne now to receive your free booklet. 321-259-8000.
Going to nursing school can change your life, but that doesn't mean it's easy. You have commitments, family, a job. At Galen College of Nursing, we understand that, which is why we provide one-to-one tutoring support and assigned academic advisors who will work with you to keep you on track from day one. You can change the course of your life and the lives of people counting on you. Because we believe the better we care for nursing students now, the brighter the future of nursing will be. Galen, the now approach to nursing education. Join us at galencollege.edu.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. AspireAllergy.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or Avastin Capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Maurice Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
I occasionally have nerve discomfort in my hands, so the things I love to do...
Let's play something, Grandma.
...became difficult as I got older.
If you have occasional stabbing and burning in your hands and feet, try Nervive Nerve Relief. Nervive's clinically studied dose of alpha-lipoic acid reduces occasional nerve discomfort in as little as 7 days with continued daily use. Say yes to healthy nerves with Nervive Nerve Relief. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Did you know that 40% of adults can't explain what a tax deduction is?
I can't either.
Well, we're here to help. I'm Leah Palmieri.
And I'm Matt Stillo.
And this season on Grown Up Stuff, we're making taxes way less scary.
There's no other time in life where you're like, am I going to get back $4,000 or am I going to owe $10,000? It's like the crappiest casino
Listen to Grown Up Stuff on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Follow Grown Up Stuff and start listening on the free iHeartRadio app today.
If you've been injured in a car accident, call Pound Law from your cell phone. Morgan & Morgan.
The only show brave enough to admit we Google half this stuff. This is the
Those of you who are not on some sort of vacation, and those of you who are just enjoying your day here on a Monday, we're happy to be with you. Learn more about the show. Go over to thenewsjunkie.com. A little bit about me. I was a competitive angler when I was young. I was a competitive fisher person.
All About That
angler.
Bass. I do remember that.
I was not on a fishing team called All About That Bass. That is not the name of the fishing team that I was on. Nor, as Sealane often says, this is another lie, the Aquaholics?
Aquaholics, yeah.
That's not true. That is not the name of the fishing team that I was on when I was younger.
It was the Real Rebels.
It was not the Real Rebels, REEL. No. I think it was something as simple as like the Acreage Fishermen or something. It was like, because I had a shirt. I had a shirt as a little kid that I would wear when we were doing our competitive fishing team thing, which it was very weird. Like being on the same team with somebody else whilst fishing. The only way you're on the same team with them is you guys your fish all count to the same total. Otherwise, you're not hanging out with each other or anything. It's like, it's the most individualistic team sport I think that I ever could have found.
Sure.
And so I jumped on board and wanted to do this competitive angling stuff.
The masturbators.
I was not the masturbators. No, that's not accurate either. I was known as one of the greatest fishermen of all time, though. And I was really, 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 really good. I had to retire because I was performing at such a high level. That's why I don't do it anymore. I will tell you, though, in the world of saltwater fishing, every friend who has ever taken me out has gone, don't worry, Sean. I know you've had bad experiences with this. I got you. And then they'll take me out in the ocean saltwater fishing, and I've never gotten a bite. I've never gotten anything. It's like there's no fish out there or something. But in freshwater, I was the best that there was on my street in the acreage. And a Peruvian fisherman has tried to best me here, I guess you might say, by surviving not one, not two, but 95 days at sea.
Damn.
That's a long time right there before being rescued and reunited with his family this week.
Caught nothing, by the way.
His name is Maximo Castro, 61, and he set off for a fishing trip from the southern Peruvian coast on December 7th. That was supposed to last 2 weeks. It's like these damn astronauts in the International Space Station. 10 days into his trip, however, a storm blew his boat off course, leaving him adrift.
3-hour tour that those people went on.
Yeah, right. Well, his family launched a search. Officials were unable to find him until last week when an Ecuadorian patrol vessel located him 680 miles away from the coast. Upon reuniting with his family over the weekend, he revealed he survived 3 months at sea, and he did this by collecting rainwater on his boat and eating whatever was available, including sea turtles. He ate some sea turtles to stay alive out there, birds, and one of the things he had to eat to survive was there was an abundance of roaches on the boat.
Hell no.
So
did the roaches come on the boat?
I think they must have been on there to begin with or something, because otherwise I don't know how they would get there. But he said he ate whatever was available.
Why couldn't he eat fish?
He
not a good fisherman.
He's not good at his job, apparently.
He needs to add to the list of things to bring on the boat is, I don't know, like radio, radar, flare gun.
He didn't even have anything in his last 15 days. He spent the last 15 days with no food at all. He was taken to a hospital and reunited with his daughter at the airport. He said, I did not want to die. I thought about my mother every day. I'm thankful to God for giving me a second chance, he says.
Roaches, huh?
Is
that in the survival guide?
I'm sure it is somewhere, but I don't want to read that page. And I'll tell you, when we go back to the hobo in New York City, that this poor guy who needs all the help in the world, clearly, was eating a rat on the streets. And they finally said, well,
know
now.
If that was because he was hungry.
No, it's because he's mentally ill. The guy was completely out of it and obviously in need of some help out there on the streets. And in this case, I think, which would be better? 3 days at sea. So it's a much shorter journey than this guy was on. 3 days at sea, and all you have to eat are roaches, and so you got to eat them. Or one big old bite of a New York City rat. I'd take the rat bite. I find roaches to be so absolutely disgusting that I could not bring myself to do it.
Honestly.
The crunch.
It would still be a crunch with a rat, dude.
Depending on where you bite it. One crunch, one rat crunch. I'm done with the whole ordeal.
I think I'll do the 3 days.
Ugh.
I think I'd use the roaches for bait.
You think you could take a roach, put it in a row, and just crunch away on that to survive?
Honestly, I don't even know if I'd crunch. I'd do one crunch and swallow whole.
What if it starts moving around then?
The crunch is to kill. Thank you.
Oh my God. That is rough.
I don't know if I can do rat, man.
Yeah.
It's nasty.
It's all very bad. Yeah. Speaking of very bad, this looks to be a video dispatch coming in. Let's take a look at this here. This is from All Day Yuckers. So generally very
about
creative.
To get our yuck on?
Let's see. Nailed it. It's just when you put it with the Woody Woodpecker intro.
Quick flip, man.
You can see just how accurate my Woody Woodpecker was. Woody Woodpecker.
Also, you look like you're filleting that mic that last bit.
I look like that all the time over here. It's just something I've become used to now. It's just part of the
mic,
part
not
of the gig.
so much.
Part of the gig over here. Okay, we're going to take a quick break here.
We got to pay off that Wes Scantlin.
Oh, yeah. The guy from Puddle of Mud that was teased in the next episode. Sabrina was talking about this dude. And every time he comes up in a story, it's usually fans that are mad about Puddle of Mud. Was that what happened this time to the Puddle of Mud guy or no?
Not so much, because if there's any other story besides the fans being mad, it's him getting in trouble. And he has now been arrested for felony domestic violence. He allegedly got into a physical altercation with his girlfriend. They were called to his house in California around 3 a.m. Great time to fight. Upon arrival, they discovered visible marks on the woman's arms, leading to his arrest. Additionally, the 52-year-old was found in possession of a small, tiny amount of controlled substance. Ultimately charged with felony domestic violence, possession of the controlled substance, bail set at $90,000. In August of 2024, he was pepper-balled by members of a SWAT team for refusing to exit his vehicle during a traffic stop.
This guy's got problems.
Earlier this month, he blamed a messy charity performance in Florida as a result of being roofied by an ex-bandmate. So things are looking good for Wes. And continue to do.
What was the band, Celine, that played this weekend in Chicago? And there was a huge controversy? Disturbed.
Ooh,
The band Disturbed played this weekend, Sabrina. Did you see this in Chicago?
I did not.
And the story that I heard at first was they're in trouble because through their performance, they burned some of the Chicago Bulls banners that were on the...
Why would they do that?
I thought to myself, wow, how would they do that? They're way up. Those banners are usually way up on the roof.
In the rafters.
Then I saw their setup. Hang on, let me see if I can bring this up. Disturbed, Chicago. When I saw the setup that these folks were playing, I was like, this is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
It was quite large, and there was a lot of fire.
Yeah, this is the setup. It's hard to see it right here, but it's behind him. It's this huge wall, and then the wall carries flames all the way up.
Yeah, but it goes way up above him. Somebody has a better video of it because somebody had a video where they actually tilted the camera up, and you could see that all the banners were. This might be it. Yeah,
look at this. This is their stage. Of course, they're going to burn the banners. Disturbed stage setup. I'll put this on. See it now. Was this massive wall of all of these flames going up. and then it got too hot and burned some of the damn Chicago Bulls stuff that was above it.
All the Michael Jackson era or Michael Jordan era.
As a group of people that have dealt with venues and fire protocol, this blows my mind that they let this continue on.
Not just fire, but a wall of fire for Disturbed. I'll put this up on See It Now.
I want to show this as an example of, hey, we're not going to disturb you. Let's just do some cold sparks and we'll be fine.
We should do that. Like the most ridiculous, preposterous stage setups. And then we'll go, now that you've seen how bad it gets, ours is not that shocking in comparison.
Right. And then we show the video of dirt with the cold spark.
Don't show them that. All right, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, jury duty is coming up next, including another Tesla story. What the hell is happening out there? That is coming up next on the News Junkie.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s.
What I really want to know is...
Classic Alternative, this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
Hey, this is Lincoln Kennedy. Here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Mercedes-Benz.
The Magic continue to hold the spot in the Eastern Conference play-in tourney after taking down Cleveland yesterday. Orlando hosts the Rockets Wednesday. Florida's getting set to dance. The SEC champion Gators earned the first seed in the NCAA West region. They'll take on Norfolk State Friday. And the Savannah Bananas barnstorming baseball act remains popular. A record 65,000 fans watched them play in Tampa's NFL Stadium last night. I'm Scott Davidson.
That feeling of owning your first Mercedes-Benz is hard to believe, but it's real. From the leather stitching to the iconic design, every element of a Mercedes lives up to its reputation. See for yourself at your local dealer. Offers are waiting.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day Lawn Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. You know, one of the things that sets us apart from other Kia dealers is how much we can offer for your trade. When you bring us your car, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete for it, ensuring you get the best possible offer, as much as $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. So come see how much your trade is worth today, because we want to see you in a Kia. From Greenway Kia, visit greenwaykias.com.
All factory rebates to dealer, negative equity refinance.
Here in Orlando, we know life doesn't slow down for anything, especially a broken garage door. Since 2002, Precision Garage Door has been proudly serving the Orlando community. Local and reliable, that's what makes them different. Their vans are fully stocked, so when you call, their fully vetted techs are ready to provide you with same-day service. Whether it's a stuck door or a snap spring, they have you covered right when you need it most. We know a broken garage door can't wait, which is why we're always prepared to help by keeping our vans fully stocked. Call Precision Garage Door today or visit them online at PrecisionGarageDoor.com. Precision Garage Door. Garage doors done right.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
Shop Mattress Firm's Upgrade Your Sleep sale. See a sleep expert and get matched with your perfect bed so you sleep better at night. You'll even get 120 nights to love it or your money back. Restrictions apply.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by JustCallMo.com. Injured on the go? JustCallMo.com.
Real Radio is on X at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Real, no on a constant quest to stay calm, like that bear in the hammock.
On this great country of ours and around the world as well. We'll get into that momentarily. Join us with the dispatch. We'll work in a couple of those before the end of the show. Send yours at thenewsjunkie.com. I wanted to get into a couple of things, but we have to kind of push this along. So let's do jury duty, and we'll hit on this Tesla story, Starbucks, and Ticketmaster.
Hey there, Tesla story.
We're going to do all those. We're going to get flirty with them. And here we go. Let's do jury duty.
Court is now in session, so put your phone down and pay attention before we call the bailiff over to whip your ass. You're now on jury duty with the News Junkie.
Jury duty brought to you by the one, the only Mo DeWitt of the DeWitt Law Firm. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. After an accident, you pick up the phone. You do the smart thing. You're smart. I know you'll do it. 800-CALL-MO, 800-CALL-MO, or go to justcallmo.com. We're still doing these Tesla stories. I don't know why, but people are freaking out. I think there's a lot of people who do not like Trump and very much do not like Elon Musk. That's one of the new things. And then they've turned like just overall ownership of a Tesla vehicle into somehow like supporting this.
What slice of the pie do you think is pro-Trump, anti-Elon?
I don't think it's a huge number.
I don't think they're out loud.
I think the like resistance type people are trying to figure out what to do, who they're going to be mad at, and what the plan is. They're not going to be won over by Trump at any point. But I would say like this is 10% of the country that's just really, really upset about this stuff. I think it's a pretty small number, and it's on the backs of you had Mark Kelly, who we talked about, got rid of his Tesla, and he got a new SUV,
a Chevy.
Got
two of them.
And you got two
This
of
is
them.
one of my Chevys.
Some
the
gas
other one's
guzzler.
in Ohio.
You got rid of the electric vehicle, got the gas guzzler. Somebody emailed about that. Hankston says, Sean, for your consideration, please take into account that Mark Kelly, a Navy combat veteran pilot, astronaut, senator, was literally labeled a traitor by Elon Musk. Here's the proof. And he sends a tweet from Mark Kelly where he talked about leaving Ukraine. It says, just left Ukraine. What I saw proved to me we can't give up on the Ukrainian people. Everyone wants this war to end, but any agreement has to protect Ukraine's security, and it can't be a giveaway to Putin. Let me tell you about my trip and why it's important we stand with Ukraine. And then Elon Musk replied, you are a traitor, to this tweet from Mark Kelly, which is why, which is the motivation he has for saying, like, I'm not going to have a Tesla anymore, which I don't blame him for that at all. Like, if Elon Musk wants to be a dick to you and you have a Tesla and you feel like, why am I driving this Tesla around? Get a new vehicle. I would have probably, just for optics, got a new electric vehicle, but you got the vehicle you got. He says, I think it's reasonable to cut the Navy combat veteran astronaut senator who's married to a congresswoman who was shot in the head a little slack when the world's richest man labels you a traitor on the world's biggest social media platform. Well, he would like it to be the world's biggest social media platform. It's not. But yeah, I agree. I agree he has plenty of motivation to not want to drive around a Tesla. My problem is not with that necessarily. My problem is with this implied idea that Tesla owners are Elon supporters. It's a car brand. It's just, you can't do that. You can't, like, look around and every Tesla you see now be like, I know the political views of this person. You don't. There's people, a lot of these people will probably agree with you. A lot of people who vote left, vote right, whatever. There's a car, for God's sake.
It's hard not to associate that when they had, like, that whole show at the White House.
Yeah, I mean,
the Tesla and Trump naming off all the prices.
Sure, but that doesn't make me launch this pattern where I go from there to somebody driving a Tesla must agree with all of this stuff.
No,
I would say, like,
well,
hey,
Cybertruck, I lean more towards that than just because of how loud it is.
Obviously, the Elon Musk movement here has been to, like, let's lean into this and let's have the Teslas at the White House and that kind of stuff. But I think it's absolutely nuts to go, anybody who drives a Tesla now is supportive of all of that stuff because it's a car brand that existed before any of this stuff was happening, mind you. You know what I mean? Like, I think it's a pretty big difference there. But there's now news stories like this, which this is a wild one to me. Here, let me bring this up. It says, Southern California woman accused of Nazi support for owning a Tesla, just for owning one. They're showing a cyber truck, but I don't know if that's what this lady actually has.
Is it her cyber truck?
Let me see. Hold on. Let's go into the actual story from KTLA to see what's going on here.
To rally outside of Tesla showrooms all across the country and also here at home amid heightened criticism over Elon Musk's role with Doge.
All right.
And now some Tesla owners in one Venice neighborhood say they woke up to find concerning letters in their mailboxes.
Rachel Menitoff is live in Venice tonight, where she spoke with one of those Tesla owners who received a letter. Rachel.
Whoosh.
Karine, there are at least 2 people here on Glendon Avenue who got one of these handwritten letters telling them to get rid of their Teslas. One of the recipients tells me she is offended by this letter. She feels violated. As it
said, I'm offended and I feel violated because some weirdo is walking up and down the street dropping off handwritten letters to anybody who's got a Tesla. I don't know if they're going to read from this here, but it says, like, dear neighbor, won't you please consider getting rid of your Tesla vehicle? The message you are sending at this point says, I am a Nazi too. That was the content of the note. Maybe there's more to it.
Happens. She says she is not a fan of Elon Musk, but she bought her Tesla back in 2019. It's paid off, and it's not as though she can get rid of it entirely. We do have video of the letter that Abby Berman received in.
Oh, there it is. Okay, it says, hello, neighbor. Yeah, it's a very short letter. It looks like they all are handwritten. I don't even know if this is like a copied thing.
Weird that they are switching between regular and cursive.
Yeah, it's only like 2 sentences. It says, won't you please consider getting rid of your Tesla vehicle? Regards. Oh, I don't know if they actually put a name on there or if it just is like from an anonymous neighbor. I can't see the bottom of
mailbox over the weekend. And it's written by a woman.
No, it says Rebecca. Yeah, it says Rebecca. She put her name on it.
Rebecca. And it says, quote, dear neighbor, won't you please consider getting rid of your Tesla vehicle? The message you are sending at this point is, quote, I am a Nazi too. And the return address, as it happens, is a fake one.
Oh, really?
I'm not an Elon fan. I'm not a Trump fan. I'm disgusted by the state of the world and, what's going on. It keeps me up at night. But there's better ways to handle it than sending a, very offensive letter.
How many of these people are there out there? How many Teslas are roaming the streets of the United States of America?
We've
5
asked this
million?
question before.
I think we have, yeah. There's
I see
6
them
million
everywhere.
I see them every day. And I never once have gone like, oh, I know the political leanings of this person. I've gone, okay, they have a Tesla. I do judge you if you have a Tesla. I judge you in these kind of ways. I go, I think you're a person who's probably into technology. Mm-hmm. I think you're a person who loves the gadgetry that is involved in purchasing a Tesla. You're probably a little more tech savvy than the average person. You might care about the environment, but you might not. You might also be driven by just the speed and power of these electric vehicles. But I never go, oh, I think you're definitely a Trump supporter, Elon supporter, blah, blah. I don't do any of those things. I think that is kind of nutso. And that's what this woman, Rebecca, has apparently done in this neighborhood.
Well, they would also argue that even though you're not an Elon fan, that your money has gone to him now.
Yeah, but it's already spent. The money's already gone.
Oh, I agree with that sentiment. I mean, like we've made the argument before, like if you really are passionate about not wanting your money to go to going to Elon Musk, maybe don't pay any of the monthly fees to have any of the Tesla stuff. But a lot of that stuff,
What's the point of the Tesla?
Exactly. Why would you even have the car if you didn't use all the great features that it had? But I think like for the people who are going out, handing out flyers, handing out notes, putting out flyers that say, sell your Tesla. There's no end game in that practice. If you sell your Tesla, somebody else bought it.
But it's not going in the pocket of Elon.
So now you have to go be an asshole and annoy the person that bought it, and there's no end game for you.
You're not going to get all the Teslas off the street. That's certainly not going to happen.
And if I had a Tesla and you wrote me this note, Rebecca, that says that continuing to own my Tesla says like I'm a Nazi or whatever, and then what do I sell it to? I have to find a Nazi to sell it to, and then after that, are you going to come after me for spending Nazi money? There's no end.
It's kind of problematic getting yourself worked out of this whole thing. I'm sure it's going to affect sales, probably because normal people look at this and go, that seems like a pain in the ass. Or you have to go the route where, and I've seen this happening, people will kind of apply their virtues to their vehicle to show you they don't support Elon or they don't support Trump or whatever. And the way you'll see that is like a bunch of bumper stickers.
Right.
A bunch of things that if you hate them, that you probably agree with. You're like, oh no, they're showing me that they're on my side, even though they're driving one of these vehicles. All right, let's see what else we got here. There was a huge lawsuit. Man in California got $50 million over burns from Starbucks, and I'm watching now the security footage.
How is this still happening?
It apparently is. This is the woman. She's at Starbucks, young woman who's working the drive-thru. And she hands the guy a little, what do you call it, a tray of what appears to be 3 coffees. A drink caddy with 3 coffees. He's going to take it into his vehicle. Okay. Now, at this point, she's handed it over to him. So he has it. And then he spills it. And I think it made him hit the gas because he burned himself. And he drove away. She handed it to him fine. And he was holding it. But then it spilled on his lap, and he sued. He got $50 million for that.
Permanent disfigurement to his penis.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they're not even like, it wasn't her fault. We're sorry about your junk. Here's $50 million.
$50 million.
It was already in his hands.
Yeah, he had it. She successfully handed it to him, but that was it.
It shouldn't be that hot.
They said, I don't know what this means. 180 degree, I know that means hot. Venti size medicine ball tea?
That is a 20-ounce tea.
Okay. It's just some type of tea that they had. 50 mil, not too bad. Yeah, hot.
But there has to be, why are we not re-examining this?
I don't know.
Stronger lids.
You know why they did this? Like McDonald's used to do this, Sabrina. I'm sure you've heard this before. They used to make the coffee so hot because they didn't think you were going to drink it right away. They thought you were going to take the coffee from McDonald's and go to your work.
No.
And people were complaining that by the time they got to work, it wasn't hot enough.
It's better than getting your genitals melted.
But they made it a temperature that was hot enough so that when you got to work, it was still piping hot.
Well,
and that made
the lid stronger. I mean, it just seems insane. Same thing happened to me not too long ago. Not with my genitals, fortunately, but with soup that I had ordered. And the lid wasn't on right. And it was so piping hot that through my sweatpants, I got like a serious burn.
Ooh.
And then I went on Uber Eats. I'm like, this is insane.
What did they give you?
Nothing.
Wow, you got something that hot from Uber Eats?
Yeah.
Not bad.
Testament.
Not bad. It hurt.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We'll get your dispatches in as we roll on to St. Patrick's Day. We'll also get that Ticketmaster story in at some point.
Guys.
And a whole lot more. We have a lot going on a Monday, and it's all coming up next on the News Junkie.
Have you seen my shoes? Did you check the fire pit? Oh, yeah. Have your fun St. Patrick's Day. Just don't forget to pump the brakes. Real Radio 104.1.
There's a couple accidents to keep an eye out for on the roadways. The on-ramp's partially blocked from Cayley Street to I-4 eastbound on the Turnpike northbound before I-4. The shoulder's blocked there. Southbound on the Turnpike after Hancock Road, the left shoulder's blocked. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident, slowing down traffic on I-4 westbound before State Road 535. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Shoe Station.
Shoe Station is now open at Altamont Mall in Altamont Springs. Experience shoe shopping like never before with all the brands you love, like Brooks, Birkenstock, Cole Haan, New Balance, Skechers, and more. Visit Shoe Station, now open at Altamont Mall.
New Year's resolution is to buy a home? Get your free buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you may be at risk for developing geographic atrophy or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay is proven to slow GA progression.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Izervay or avacincaptad pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here from my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. It is time to spring into health with Life Imaging FLA. That season of renewal is upon us. You want to make sure your health is good. Summer is right around the corner. Don't you want to make sure you're in perfect health to enjoy all those activities you're going to do this summer? Well, Life Imaging FLA and their free heart scan, they can do that. Just a few minimum requirements. It's a $699 value. It's time to be proactive and not reactive. Don't wait for a symptom to take care of your long-term health. Do it now with the scan at Life Imaging FLA. They can look inside to see if there are any budding problems that could cause you issues down the road. That way you can head it off at the pass to ensure long-term health. And while you're there, make sure to ask about their cancer screening. Remember, early detection saves lives. And it couldn't be easier to make your appointment. Here's all you have to do. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. Pound 250, say the keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. It is time to take care of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto dial text message from iHeartMedia.
Kevin, why is my auto insurance so expensive? I need to switch because my company raised my rates again.
I hear you, Jay. I had the same problem, but then I called Acceptance. They saved me hundreds on my car insurance.
Really?
Yes, Acceptance was great. They did all the work comparing different plans and found me the best payment options that fit my budget.
Do you have their number?
Sure do. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049.
Why pay more for auto insurance? Acceptance Insurance has offices in your neighborhood, and one call to Acceptance could save you up to 30% on your car insurance. 800-606-7049. Let Acceptance shop for you by comparing and finding the best rates. You could save up to 30%. 800-606-7049. 800-606-7049. Acceptance Insurance. We shop, you save. Restrictions apply based on Q1 2024 study of Acceptance Insurance customers who reported saving when they switched. License number L012294.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Want to win $15,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows? Pick up your phone and text the word WOW to 20129. That's WOW to 20129.
Someone had a birthday.
Yep, 50. Can't believe it.
50 years of wisdom.
Great segue. We have health news, a CDC update.
Pneumococcal vaccination is now recommended for adults 50 or older. Says here, We're over 6 times more likely to be hospitalized with pneumococcal pneumonia than adults under 50.
I don't love those odds.
Same. Look what I found. Pfizer's Prevnar 20 is proven to help protect adults against pneumococcal pneumonia and invasive pneumococcal disease in just 1 dose. And millions have already gotten it.
Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you have a severe allergy to its ingredients. A weakened immune system may lower your response. Common side effects include injection site pain and swelling, fatigue, headache, muscle, and joint pain. For full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea. And happy 50th.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeartRadio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeartRadio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. Hear it here first. Then everyone else will catch up in a week or 2 or 4. You're listening.
Join the show at any time. You know you've heard me talk about this, unless you're new. Then maybe it's the first time for you. Join us with what we call a dispatch. Send yours over at thenewsjunkie.com. Sabrina, C-Lane, are you ready to learn something?
Yes.
Are you ready to learn?
Aye, aye.
Yes.
All right, here we go. Let's learn some things. I know everybody's been talking about eggs. Like, eggs has been the thing. Eggs has been like the topic du jour. Eggs are so expensive. They've never been more costly. And it's kind of become one of the key things that people use to say, are we doing better now? Or are things still like way overpriced? And is inflation still a big deal? And let's get down to it here with the co-CEO of a really big company, actually, called Hatching Time, that's at the center of people who want to do this themselves, right? So let's welcome Ryan Flanagan. Here he is.
Ryan.
Hey, Ryan, how are you?
Thanks for having me.
So we have lots of questions, Ryan. First things first, with everybody screaming about how expensive eggs are all over the country, are you seeing a significant amount of people who actually said, F it, we're gonna get our own chickens, we're gonna make our own eggs, we're gonna break out of the system here and fight back by doing this on our own? Have you seen like an actual uptick in people who are saying they're gonna get their own chickens and eggs?
Yeah, we've definitely seen the uptick, and it's really just pushing people over the edge. So a lot of people that have been interested, this has been the final push to really put destiny in your own hands and be more self-sustainable. Because, yeah, with the prices, they go up, down, you really have no control. And a lot of people need the eggs for baking, eating every day. So, yeah, it's a huge thing where now you have a full sustainable system in your backyard, and we have all the equipment you could possibly need from start to finish.
Yeah. I mean, and it's crazy. Some of the stuff that you see on their website, Sabrina, if you go to Hatching Time.
Time.
It's a whole damn thing. They got like, makes it look like a laboratory or something when you're doing this. Is this for just the regular person that goes, I'm going to buy a couple of chickens and then I'm going to get around these high prices by raising them my own? It looks like some of this stuff is a little pricey.
So this is to get 2 chickens to make more chickens. This is to hatch the actual babies.
Yeah, so we have a bunch of different products. So it's all over the mix. So people are starting in different stages of life. So the egg, the chick, the teen, the adult bird, and then the processing, which is the final stage. So we have equipment for anyone looking for a couple birds to a couple thousand.
Oh God.
Someone that needs just a couple, we have the coops, and then you just need waters and drinkers. And then if someone's looking to actually hatch out, that's one of those incubators that you saw there. And we are having trouble keeping them in stock just because everyone's now hatching out eggs.
Really?
Can I ask a disturbing question? Because I am looking through the products right now.
Go for it. What is it?
Talk to me about the chicken feather plucker.
Oh boy, what a controversial one for some. But yeah,
is that what I think it is?
Oh yeah, you put the bird in there and the feathers come right off. You scald it with a little hot water first, and then birds are going around.
You don't want a chicken with a whole bunch of feathers in it. We need to do that. We got to get there somehow.
So it's after the chicken has been
Process.
Yeah, process.
Process. Got it.
Okay. All right. So let's talk about like what would the very basic entry fee be? If I said I'm going to get like how many chickens would I need if I wanted to have my own source of eggs and not go to the grocery store and worry about this? 4, 5? Is that enough chickens to do this?
I mean, I guess it depends on like your family and how many eggs you're looking for a day. So you kind of work backwards, but typically people can get away with say a dozen if you're looking to like be sustainable and actually using them to produce, but it's not like they're eggs every day. So there's seasonality to it. All
right. So Sabrina wants to start her own little farm here in her backyard.
Yeah.
She needs
I don't think I want to eat the
birds.
chickens, but I'm down to have some eggs.
Yeah, the egg seems like it's not that big of a deal.
Unfortunately, I won't be getting the feather plucker, but
but still maybe a customer here. So she's got a dozen chickens now. Now, to get started, is this going to be something that costs like $1,000, and then in order to make your money back from the increased cost in egg prices, it takes a long time?
Yeah, so call 1,000 kind of your ballpark, at least for our products. And you can get away with it a lot cheaper with more of the DIY side of things, but we have really easy to clean and sanitary equipment. Most of it's 90% of it's all plastic. So super easy to clean, which is a big thing for biosecurity, especially with bird flu going around. So yeah, call it $1,000 in and you could have a full system set up. And yeah, it's not the thing where you're going to be making your money back immediately. But if you look at it from 1-2 years time, and if you turn it into a little small business with selling your own eggs to your neighbors locally, you can turn it into a profit stream.
yeah, and you guys have bundles too, which I appreciate.
What is like everything you need to start
whole
out?
Starter kit, yeah.
Right.
And and you know, from what I understand, because I've had chickens, excuse me, I've had friends who have raised chickens in the past, and they have found themselves kind of at heads with their city. Is that kind of information available, or someone we could talk to from your company when it comes to dealing with your city and their protocols, or how to go about the proper permitting so that you can actually, once you get your kit, not have any issues?
Yeah, so typically it's your HOA or your local town's law. So everything's so specific region by region, but chickens are typically in those, not able to raise them, but quail is a bird that you can get around most of those fences, believe it or not. So you can have quail in one of those quail breeding layer units, and you could have in your garage, shed, really inside even. And people are really using that as a sustainability source because the eggs are smaller, but same nutritions as the regular chicken egg. Just it takes kind of like 3 to 4 quail eggs to equivalent to 1 chicken egg.
You guys.
But then you had the ability, especially with these things, with the ordinances with chickens, quail, you can really get around it with them.
Well, I didn't know about that loophole. That's interesting to know. But you guys, I'm looking at hatchingtime.com, and they have economy chick starter kit, which seems like, bare bones. You're going to get the job done. It's like a little pen and a light and all these different things that you get to start out. Sold out, completely sold out, because people see the price of eggs, and then for some reason it's a motivator, and they say, I'd rather do this on my own right now. But question to you, Ryan, is there any part of you that worries and goes, is there a lot of people right now buying chickens that are going to have no idea what they're doing?
So probably you definitely have your handful of people that have no idea. But at the same time,
honesty.
A lot of people that are buying our equipment are people that have done the research and really are wanting to get into it for lifelong purposes.
Yeah.
So they're willing to put the money in and spend it to get the high quality equipment that is going to be able to sustain itself for years on end.
Yeah.
Do you find that a good portion of your clientele would be like off-grid kind of people trying to live off the land?
Like prepper types and stuff?
Maybe not prepper, because prepper kind of gives you the picture that you're like going underground, or you need to have like everything freeze dried. But say if you just wanted to, have solar and not pay the government anything and just live off the land, I figured like this would be your next logical step, is going to hatching time.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm actively going into the preparedness groups and trying to advertise it because it's a great solution, especially for the preppers. I mean, it is one of our markets, and you got preppers, you got homesteaders, you got people looking to just raise a couple birds. You have a couple people that are raising thousands of birds that buy our equipment. So, I mean, we have residential, but then we also have commercial equipment for more those larger breeders where you're doing thousands of birds a week. So kind of replenishing. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, what?
Do you have chickens?
I don't right now. Had to get rid of them because I'm traveling a lot as one of the owners.
So that's your next product, travel chicken.
Bring a chicken with you on the road.
If this, pops off, you just remember us little guys.
Did you see what they have here, Sabrina? They have like the little coops are so fun to me because they make them look like little houses that the chickens can chill in. They're not the cheapest thing. This one's big, so it's like $2,000 to get started. But this is kind of what people will do. They'll pop this into their backyard, and then they'll start raising their chickens, and boom, next thing you know, you got, you're a little more self-sufficient than you were beforehand.
I don't have the website up. Do they have any with 4 doors, like a chicken sedan?
I don't know. How big do these get, Ryan? Like, how big can we get in terms of these like little coops that you have?
So that's the large one, and there's bigger. So if you scroll down on that page.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I'm trying.
Then keep going a little bit more.
Okay, all right.
Look at that happy
so you
family.
can see there's much bigger ones. You got 30 there. So and then you can add on runs to it that protect it from any external animals trying to attack. So you get a run to go with that. And these particular products are all Amish made in Pennsylvania.
Really?
And shipped directly to you.
So you guys just hooked up with some Amish people and they knock out these things?
We've been partnering with more and more people as we've grown, and it's just an awesome community because everyone's just really genuine and looking to help each other. Mm-hmm. So it's just, super rewarding industry to get into.
What would you say the increase is since we've been talking about all the egg prices stuff?
I mean, we can't keep anything in stock. You see the website, a lot of it's on back order. And we're bringing a lot in, but at the same time, I mean, orders are flying out the door and everyone's looking to get into it, especially where the prices are now. And like I said, a lot of our people turn into a small business and you're selling locally, and you could look at the prices in the grocery store for what you can charge to your neighbors and farmers markets. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, definitely area of opportunity for people to break businesses.
You guys are just printing money right now, aren't you? You guys must just be printing money on the website. I can only imagine. Yeah, because this says in your damn email signature, second fastest growing privately held retailer in America is Hatching Time.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Impressive.
Like how fast all of this is blown up. So good for you. Congratulations to you, Ryan. And it's been interesting to watch all of this explode and people sort of dive into this world. Would you tell people, like, if they are beginners like that, they can go over and just get started? Is there a place where they should start before this? What do you think?
I mean, we have a bunch of training and resource docs on our website, and our customer service team is also awesome to speak to. Everyone's based in the U.S. across the whole entire state, across the whole U.S. And honestly, if you call up, there's a chance that you could find someone in your local state or right next to it. And these are people that know exactly what you're going through, the seasonality, the temperatures, humidity of your area, and you're able to get all your questions answered.
Damn. All right, we'll check them out.
For beginners, what do you find tends to be the biggest shock or surprise for somebody that's just getting into it that doesn't know what they're doing?
The smell.
Oh,
yeah, it does.
Do we have anything? Is there a product on hatchingtime.com where we could blast this damn chicken smell out of the way, or no?
You have to clean
it. There's odor blockers, and you can add to your coop, and there's refresher products too.
Damn.
But it's the cleaning, and a lot of people don't understand how it's a little bit messier, but especially with our equipment, we make it super easy to clean. So you don't have kind of wood and metal typically where it's rust and rot, where you saw those coops, they're coated in a layer of film that prevents it from rotting. So that's kind of our big thing, is how can we make a product last forever instead of the DIY stuff where you're constantly having to rebuild it, which does add up over time, especially if you see price of wood and whatnot.
All that. All of this is pretty wild to see, but go check them out, hatchingtime.com. Thank you for taking the time out today, Ryan. We appreciate it.
Thanks, Ryan.
All right, we're learning
Happy
things
St.
here.
Patrick's Day.
And
Happy St. Patrick's Day.
When you think about all the companies that have had a rough couple of weeks here, this is one of those companies where things are going well right now, where people are going, I'm doing it. I'm going to raise my own chickens, and I'm going to have my own eggs. And there's Ryan Flanagan, the co-CEO of hatchingtime.com, helping us out today. All right, we're going to take a quick break here. When we come back, we'll hear from you. We got some dispatches to get into. We'll also talk about the big scandal that is unfolding right now that a lot of people are arguing about. It's not chicken related, believe it or not. It's in another direction entirely, and that's coming up next in the News Junkie.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic slowing down on I-4 before US 27 and through that World Drive area. Emergency crews are clearing up an accident on I-4 westbound near State Road 535. Watch out for an accident on the Turnpike northbound before I-4. That's off to the shoulder. The on-ramp from Cayley Street to I-4 eastbound, that's partially blocked due to an accident. If you see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by thenicklygroup.com.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenicklygroup.com.
Listen up, my business-owning friends. That mortgage guy, Don, does commercial and small business administration loans. If you have an existing SBA loan with a rate of 9% or more, then you are in luck on a St. Patrick's Day and every day of the year. That mortgage guy, Don, can refinance your qualified high-interest SBA loan to a low fixed rate of 8.25%. Don't leave money on the table. Get that money back in your hands with the help of that mortgage guy, Don. If you want to buy a business or a franchise, that mortgage guy, Don, has your back and has over 50 sources for your SBA and business loans of all sizes. Get the process started today with an expert and a friend that you could trust by going to thatmortgageguydon.com.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguydon.com.
Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are back tonight on Fox. Performing live.
Bad Bunny,
Billie Eilish,
Glorilla,
Kenny Chesney,
Money Long,
Nelly,
your host, LL Cool J,
iHeart Innovator Award recipient Lady Gaga,
Icon Award recipient Mariah Carey,
Breakthrough Award recipient Gracie Abrams.
And we're celebrating iHeartRadio's Tour of the Century Award, honoring Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour.
Live on Fox tonight, starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio.
Scott's just made daylight saving time an extra big deal. It's called Day-Long Saving Time with huge in-store savings. Audacious? Absolutely. So don't wait. Stock up early and you'll be able to save up to $20 on Scott's Triple Action products today at the Home Depot, Lowe's, or Ace Hardware. Offers available March 6th through 19th at select U.S. stores while supplies last. Selection varies by location. See store for exact details.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday on MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin. Book now and save up to 35% off. Plus, kids sail free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This is Noel from Stuff They Don't Want You to Know.
If you could lose 10.4 pounds in a single month, would you try? Well, with Future Health, you can.
That's right. Future Health gives millions access to affordable meds like Ozempic and semaglutide for less than $3 a day.
You just take a quick 3-minute survey, and if approved, boom, your meds are delivered right to your door within 24 hours for free.
I've personally used these medications and found that it really helped me get an edge on appetite suppression when paired with diet and exercise, something that I always struggled with.
Get this, there's also no insurance needed, so no insurance headaches, and everything is online, which means no doctor visits.
Find out if these medications are right for you in just 3 minutes at tryfh.com.
TryFH.
Results vary based on start weight and adherence to diet, exercise, and program goals.
Data based on independent studies sponsored by Future Health.
Future Health is not a healthcare services provider. Meds are prescribed at provider's discretion.
Allergies are torture, but Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help you beat your allergies for good. Exact is clinically proven to give long-term lasting allergy relief in 3 injections. That's right, allergy relief in 3 injections. No matter how long you've suffered, no matter what else you've tried, with 3 injections, you can experience relief from your allergies. Exact from Aspire Allergy and Sinus. Go to aspireallergy.com to book your appointment today. aspireallergy.com.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love, literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here. Look, everybody knows Florida is one of the rainiest states out there with some of the most unpredictable weather offered in the U.S. And when it comes to replacing your roof, it's time to step it up with Eustace Roofing, 2021's National Roofing Company of the Year. These guys have been your trusted roofing neighbors since 1959. That's 65 years of experience. They serve all of Central Florida, and they are metal roofing experts manufactured on site for perfect fit. No interest financing is available. Visit eustaceroofing.com to schedule your free estimate.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
Oh, I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at metamucil.com.
Don't just stand there. Everything you need to turn $1 into an epic win is in your hand. Hard Rock Bet. Bet it, parlay it, boost it. However you want to do it. From wherever you are to the moon. Bet anytime a line, prop, or parlay catches your eye. And withdraw cash when you want it. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us. Win your first bet or get up to $100 back in bonus bets. Payable and bonus bet up to $100. Not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Facing an injury is tough, but choosing the right attorney shouldn't be. I'm Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney. With my zero-fee guarantee, you won't pay a single dime unless we get you money for your injuries. No hidden costs, no upfront fees, just dedicated, hardworking lawyers when you need them the most. Why wait? If you're injured on the go, visit justcallmo.com or give us a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. It's that easy.
We know you're loving the new preset feature on the new and improved iHeartRadio app.
Oh, yeah, it's my favorite new thing.
But did you know that you can make almost anything a preset? Your favorite local station, sure. But your favorite podcast? That amazing playlist you made for free? Even iHeart stations you can't get on the radio. Like Deep Cuts, The Vinyl Experience, and 70s and 80s Rock Ride.
That's a game changer.
Whatever you choose, it's as easy as a tap to make a preset. Find out what everyone's talking about and get the new and improved free iHeartRadio app today.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese. Real Radio 104.1.
Like a car crash you can't stop listening to. This is the News Junkie.
Woo! This man cannot be stopped.
I'm lit right now. Just
I have
absolutely hammered.
One Guinness.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really? I did have a Guinness recently. I don't know. Oh, we had it for secret shows. That's what it was. I was like, what was this thing I just had a Guinness for? I can't quite put my finger on when I had this. That's what it was for. It's for secret shows. But as I was drinking, I remember, hey, I actually like these. I do enjoy them. I think a Guinness is a good beer. This is not breaking news here, but I don't know that I could drink a bunch of them.
They're
I
filling.
don't think
It's not something that, I don't know how people like just swill them all night.
I don't know if I could get drunk off of Guinness. I don't think I'd be able to drink enough beers. Full. Yeah, I'd be all just like completely full of the drink and
now, there's
not
a
necessarily
Guinness,
the drunk.
There's a Guinness Extra Stout. I don't think it's as good, but maybe that has a different ABV. Because the regular Guinness is like 4.2%. It's one of the lowest beers usually that you could get at a place.
They must sell a boatload of them on a day like St. Patrick's Day. That would be the guess. I've got a couple of controversies for you that are spinning out on the interwebs that people are starting to argue about on social medias around the world.
Instagram, Twitter, y'all see this?
One is related to, did you see the moment where the reporter who was holding the microphone accidentally hit Trump in the face with a boom?
It's so funny.
So he's doing the interview. His face, his reaction to this was so funny. He's sitting there listening.
Make the news for that.
And the boom mic just pops up and hits Trump in the face. Here.
Mr. President, obviously you're concerned.
He does a little look, and he like raises his eyebrows, like, "What happened there?"
I want to hear the audio from that microphone, though.
It's like right. There's all these mics, and one just pops up and hits him right in the face.
Mr. President, obviously you're concerned. You're concerned about the situation in Gaza. What are the hopes now to get the hostages back?
He said, "You just made television tonight," to the person who's, I guess, holding the microphone.
You became a big story tonight, right?
You just became a big story tonight. So this spins out into this dumb controversy because people said Trump got hit in the face with a microphone. That could have had fentanyl or other poison on it. It could have been a disguised spear. I hope they're checking these journalists thoroughly.
Disguised spear?
And I was like, what an assassination attempt this would be.
A small cut.
Yeah, you go through all of this and then like you make it look like a microphone and then boom, you stab the president with it or something.
Oh, and then I saw some meme that was like, the reporter who had that microphone is a known Trump hater. And did it on purpose.
So this was the great get back, the revenge story of the decade was you're going to pop him in the face for a millisecond with the microphone, or the person just accidentally nudged the president in the face. That seems a little more likely to be. It could have fentanyl or other poison on it. What did I just see? Where there was an attempt.
Why would you pick poison ivy? I see fentanyl. You know, if you're really trying to get something done here,
poison
ivy. You just want him to itch.
I just want to bother him a little bit.
It spreads too. Okay.
What did I just see? Where there was an attempt on a president's life, and they tried to use a boom microphone for this.
It's just a little show called Paradise.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, it was.
No way. You're right. That's exactly what it was. And so it just
Spoiler
seems
alert.
so weird that after that, now there's an incident with the actual president with a boom mic.
Maybe that's why everybody's going crazy about it.
Like, oh no.
I'll never forget the boom mics from the Ukraine meeting.
That was so funny.
That looked like baby giraffes holding up their neck for the first time.
All the microphones are just moving constantly around this scene. So that was one thing that I saw people turn into a controversy that seemed pretty dumb. The other one is this auto pen conspiracy, which I don't really think people believe. But here's Trump on Truth Social, and he says, the pardons, an air quote, the pardons that Sleepy Joe Biden gave to the unselect committee of political thugs and many others are hereby declared void, vacant, and of no further force or effect because of the fact that they were done by auto pen. In other words, Joe Biden did not sign them, but more importantly, he did not know anything about them. So he's saying, like, Biden wasn't there mentally, didn't know what he was signing, and they used the auto pen. If you don't know what an auto pen is, an auto pen is this machine that presidents use. It's mostly used by presidents because they have to sign so many things.
Which was really not a great strategy for the auto pen people. You should have broadened your horizons there.
Yeah, but no one has really ever complained about auto pens before. Like the idea that because you didn't actually put pen to paper or Sharpie to paper and sign these things, you used an auto pen. Now those things are all invalid. I don't think there's anybody who's being serious who thinks that this will hold up.
I think if you wanted to try and make this argument 30 years ago, we might be getting somewhere. But the amount of legal documents that you can sign with a computer.
It's a lot. I just did this.
You're not putting pen to paper? Are those all null and void now, too? This would be a huge, huge mix-up.
Yeah, no way this holds up in court. It's just not going to. When a president uses an auto pen, it's still accepted as an actual signature of the president.
But I think where you might be a little off is I think people are going to believe this.
Some people will, because these are like 10% fringe people that are just so political that
they want to believe it.
Yeah, they want to just gobble it up, and they want to go, well, these people that were prosecuting Trump, they're bad people, and so this gets rid of their pardons because it's an auto pen thing and it doesn't count anymore. I just don't think an actual court is going to support that anywhere. They've been doing this for a while, I guess, since the 1800s. Individuals who use auto pens often do not disclose this publicly. Signatures generated by machines are valued less than those created manually and perceived by their recipients as somewhat inauthentic. Yes, as like a signature. So if Celine wants to go to a Dave Matthews concert and he can get Dave Matthews to actually sign a drum head or a guitar or something, and you see him doing it, and you even get like a video of Dave Matthews signing it, versus Dave Matthews has an auto pen that copies the same signature over and over. Yeah, value. Yeah, I get it. I get that. But
he likes to draw you a little picture too, like at least a peace sign or something.
But it's either accepted as real or not. And for U.S. presidents, as far back as Truman, this has just been something that is accepted. In May 2024, Joe Biden directed an auto pen be used to sign legislation providing a 1-week funding extension for the FAA. Biden was traveling in San Francisco at the time and wished to avoid any lapse in FAA operations while a 5-year funding bill was being voted on by Congress. In March 2025, President Trump declared that pardons for members of the House Select Committee on the January 6th attack issued during Biden's presidency are void due to them allegedly being signed by AutoPen. However, in 2024, the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals ruled that pardons do not have to be in writing. So you don't even have to have it. Like, it's not going to work. It's not going to be a thing where you're successful on this. But there you go. It's an interesting one people are talking about out there today. Auto pen signatures, as long as it's a signature and it's official, it's going to stand up in court, and it should. That's just the way it should work. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Let's work in a couple of your dispatches on the show. Here's Bro Villa. This says, C-Lane to the rescue. I don't know what you rescued, but...
Hey, what's up, junkies? Happy Monday. Happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Hey!
The eggs, I can't get to the eggs things, man. If we go from $2 extra, a dozen, to now people buying full-blown systems.
Yeah, this is the problem I have too, Bro Villa. I'm thinking about the finances of it all, and I'm going, you're going to spend $1,000 to get into this. Let me just do some back of the napkin math here. If you buy a dozen eggs a week, you're buying 4 dozen eggs a month. And if eggs are about $3 or $4 more expensive, that's only $12 or so, $12 or $16 a month that it's more expensive. If you did that for an entire year, it's not even $150 that you're saving. You have to do it for 10 years to make the money back.
It's way harder than people think.
I think
it's not just buy the kit and now you're getting eggs. Like, there's care that's attached to it. What I fear, and I didn't want to dump on this guy's company because, I think it's smart as the producer of it. But people are going to get this and then it's going to drop off very quickly.
Oh, big time.
Yeah, but he's got his money.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that's why.
It's like, I had ex of mine whose dad raised chickens, and that was for hobby, and it was still a lot to handle.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. And it's not even just like you get the chickens, you leave them, and then you just go pick up eggs when you want. There's actual labor that goes into it.
And caring for the chickens and making sure they're fed. All of that is just, it's a lot more than one thinks.
It is going to take a long time for you to recoup, no pun intended, the amount of money that you're saving when you have your own chickens. And I brought up the Finding Nemo thing because after Finding Nemo came out, all these kids everywhere in the world screamed to their parents, hey, I want a Nemo fish. I want a Nemo fish. And their parents said, okay, let's go to the grocery store, not the grocery store, to the pet store. They go to the pet store and they buy some little tank and some like starter kit and a Nemo fish. And I am telling you, there has never been a bigger massacre of a species in the history of this country or world than what happened after Finding Nemo. Because people don't know how to pop up saltwater fish tanks and keep them in a way where the animals don't die inside the tank. And they just massacred all these fish. And so I worried that all these people are getting chickens and they don't know how to care for them. And the chickens are going to die or something.
Find yourself someone who raises chickens as a friend and buy from them if you want to help with the small time chicken people.
Yeah, then you're doing something better anyways. If you find like a local provider, a real super hyper local business, that's something good. You're actually doing something good there. All right, when we come back, we're going to hear from you. We'll get to your dispatches over at thenewsjunkie.com. Final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut. And today I learned to wrap everything up for a Monday. That's coming up next on the News Junkie.
Real Radio is the Jim Colbert Show.
Today on the show, it's St. Patrick's Day. Plus, we have a guest sitting in. Jana from XL 106.7 joins us. At 4:20, we'll talk some sports with Brandon Kravitz. For trivia, it's tickets to Orlando City or Glass Animals. At 6:20, we talk to our buddy Ray Trindley from TK Law. Plus, your calls, text, and talkbacks.
The Jim Colbert Show. Today at 3 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Jessica Dobson with a check of your Monday forecast. And today it's going to be a breezy and cooler day, but much drier. We'll see plenty of sunshine with a high of around 70 degrees for Orlando. As we head into tonight, temperatures will cool off into the mid to upper 40s. For tomorrow, though, we'll bounce back nicely. Highs right around the mid to upper 70s and even the mid 80s as we head into our Thursday. From the Fox 35 Storm Team, I'm meteorologist Jessica Dobson.
This report is sponsored by Valvoline Instant Oil Change.
Spring break road trip? Let's go! But first, drive into Valvoline Instant Oil Change for a premium Valvoline oil change. No appointment needed. Save today at VIOC.com. Valvoline Instant Oil Change. We'll get you back on the road in no time.
When it comes to repairing or replacing your roof, father and son know best. That's why FAS Exteriors is Orlando's #1 window, door, and roof contractor. You can count on fair pricing, install perfection, and customer satisfaction every time. When it's time for roof repairs or replacement, see for yourself why customers in Orlando trust the leader in FAS Exteriors. Because father and son really do know what's best. Schedule your free consultation now at FASWD.com. That's FASWD.com.
You've heard me talk about the wonderful windows and doors at Renewal by Andersen and what a difference they can make for your home. But why just take my word for it when you can hear from Chelsea from Renewal by Andersen herself?
Thanks, Deborah. Renewal by Andersen's custom-built, energy-efficient Acclaim Impact windows and doors will not only enhance the beauty and value of your home, but also increase your comfort. Plus, these windows and doors are made to reduce outside noise, creating more peaceful living environment.
So make sure you take advantage of Renewal by Andersen's 31-day spring sale. Chelsea, what are you offering for the month of March?
We're excited to offer buy one, get one 40% off windows and patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months.
Bonus, first 50 callers save an additional $25 per window.
Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation today. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613. Restrictions apply.
Brought to you by the Capital One Venture X card. As a founding partner of iHeart Women's Sports Network, Capital One wants to bring you closer to the athletes you love. Literally, with premium travel benefits from the Capital One Venture X card. With Venture X, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy and turn everyday purchases into extraordinary trips. Plus, get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when booking on Capital One Travel and access to airport lounges worldwide. What's in your wallet? Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
People today want quality. They want something that's going to last.
International Diamond Center owner Keith LeClaire talking about the difference between a handcrafted designer ring and the overseas knockoffs you see at most jewelry stores.
When you come here, you don't have to settle for a cookie cutter ring that's being made by the masses.
It's true. IDC has been chosen by the top bridal designers to be their only authorized retailer here. Names like Tacori, Viraggio, Simon G, A. Jaffe, Henry Dawsey, and dozens more. American-made rings of the highest quality and lasting value.
We're able to offer brands that other jewelers tried to get over and over and over again. These brands are known, respected, they deliver a quality product for a fair valued price.
So you don't have to compromise. At IDC, you will always be guaranteed a real, natural, rare diamond showcased in a handcrafted ring with exceptional craftsmanship. It's all part of the IDC experience.
People here trust us because we are the real deal.
International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Millennium Mall, and Waterford.
Point. Hey, you okay? You don't normally miss those shots.
I just haven't been as regular lately, and it's making me feel sluggish.
You should try Metamucil. It's been a game changer for me. Metamucil's plant-based psyllium fiber helps trap and remove the waste that weighs you down. Ace, you're moving better than you were last week.
Definitely.
Metamucil keeps you moving. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Learn more at Metamucil.com.
Meal planning is work, so let Fresh from Florida help. Learn what's in season, browse hundreds of recipes, and get tips from Chef Justin by visiting freshfromflorida.com. Eat healthier with Fresh from Florida. There's sunshine in every bite.
Send us a dispatch and join the ranks of the great 5%ers.
Party begins, friends, and St. Patrick's Day. That collision right there. St. Patrick's Day spring break is going to be a wild one tonight. I think people are going to be partying. Yeah.
Spring break.
Party is on, friends. We love you. We appreciate you. We're going to do the final dispatches, stories that didn't make the cut, and today we're going to wrap everything up for a Monday. Let's see here on the way out. We can do our final dispatches. What better time than now?
These are the final dispatches, but Sean will probably only play one.
We shall see, friend. Here goes nothing. A lot of you have been sending in dispatches today. Thank you for your service. We go over to, let's see, Insecure Walrus is talking about the Tesla end game. Oh, no, I'm sorry. This is laying down the law. Celine was like, what's the end game for people who are pissed off at other people driving Teslas? Because if you think that it shows that you're like some sort of Nazi for driving one and you want the person to sell it, someone's got to buy that thing. And on we go, unless you like squish them down and make a bunch of, I don't know, keychains or something out of them. Obviously, this whole thing is ridiculous, but here's laying down the law.
Hey, News Junkies. Hey. I just wanted to mention to Chris, because he was talking about how there is no end game to trying to pressure people into selling their Teslas. It depends. If you have the end game of hurting Musk's bottom line, yeah, if you pressure people who bought their Teslas to sell them, and I hear that they're going for deep discounts, then the person who bought it, yes, this Tesla's still on the road, but guess what? They didn't go buy a new Tesla and give Elon's company some more new Tesla money. That would be the end game that I can see that they might be working toward, just to hurt his bottom line.
Right. You have a lot of work to do to totally get rid of that item in the marketplace, I think. And that's just domestically. Internationally, I don't know that a lot of people are thinking about it this way or caring about Tesla and saying, I'm not going to buy it anymore. I've heard people saying, oh, everybody's going out there and reselling these Teslas. But I actually looked. I didn't see any crazy deals. The ones that were crazy deals seemed fake. So there would be somebody who'd be like a 2020 Tesla and it's $4,000 and it was not a real thing. It wasn't like the marketplace has adjusted and now Teslas are worth $4,000. It seemed like maybe somebody who didn't like Elon Musk made a post about it or something. But the prices I saw seemed like they were pretty normal. Maybe they're different now, but that's when I looked, it didn't seem like things were crazy. This person says I didn't cuss. Well, that makes me think that there's more of a likelihood that you did, but let's try it out anyways. Here's Tangerine Scream with the dispatch. Hello?
Okay, real quick, I only have a couple of seconds to chime in. I am just baffled by how big of idiots people are. Because 3 months ago, a Tesla was a Democrat car. And now, suddenly, oh no, it's a Trump car. No, it's a car.
Oh, there's when you almost
It's just a car. I hate Teslas because I just hate them, especially Cybertrucks. But whatever, it's a car. People are just so incredibly stupid. And I had to record this like 4 times because I kept swearing. So wiggle, wiggle, pop, pop, and you don't.
Chill, man. Chill. It's St. Patrick's Day. You're
Find
good.
another word.
You're going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. I promise you. All right, let's do the stories that didn't make the cut. Big bad storm last night hitting a lot of the East Coast of the United States of America.
Did you see the Georgia Dome? There was like a college basketball game going on, and all of a sudden they're like, oh, wait, no, but you could see the entire thing shaking. Like they cleared the court, and I mean, the stadium was completely full, and you could just see everything shaking. They had to move like cameramen and pretty crazy guys.
That's freaky. I know the storms were really bad. They started ripping across the East Coast and were pretty bad throughout the day yesterday. And then I saw a lot of people talking, to go local for a second, about, I guess, the Tampa Bay Rays. Since their stadium got hit by the storm, they've been trying to work out a deal, and the deal is just not going anywhere. And now there's actual hype for the Tampa Bay Rays to move to Orlando, and it's starting to pick up some steam. I don't know if there's any shot in hell of that actually happening, or if people would actually go to those games.
There's a group that's been trying to bring Major League Baseball to Orlando already. And so I think they're just going, hey, you guys are having trouble agreeing on this new stadium. Why don't you come here? We have, and they have like drawings. They have land. They have all this stuff in line that they want to be like, come to us. Bring the baseball here.
I don't know if that would be a hit or not, but they're pushing for this, so we'll see what happens. All right, let's get the hell out of here. Let's do Today I Learned.
The following information may make you feel smarter, but will not actually increase your IQ.
Come to us.
So don't get cocky. Now it's time for what we call Today I Learned.
It is Today I Learned for a Monday, March 17th, 2025. Today I Learned the first guy who picks up the phone in this commercial. What's up? That's right.
Budweiser.
Hey, what's up?
Bud?
Nothing, G. Just watching.
No, you got it. I just want to wait for one was up.
So, but you? Nothing. Watching the game, having a bud. True.
What's up? That was so big at the time. Today I Learned, when somebody important to you abruptly.
What was the Today I Learned?
Oh, I didn't do it. The guy who picks up the phone first in the What's Up Budweiser Super Bowl commercial is the creator of the commercial series. Due to the commercial's success, he went on to direct films like Drumline with Nick Cannon, Mr. 3000, and Paid in Full with Bernie Mac, as well as the TV show Friday Night Lights. Charles Stone III. What's up, guy? Today, when somebody important to you abruptly leaves you, your brain has a similar response to physical pain. Your heart is broken, friends. That's what it looks like to the scientists. They talked to a psychologist by the name of Art Aaron and a neurologist by Lucy Brown, is her name. And they said that there are casts of yellows, greens, and blues across the MRI machines that show the moment you're going through a painful, emotional situation like this. Hey, happy St. Patrick's Day, everybody.
Yeah.
Take care of yourself. Be careful out there. And finally,
don't drink and drive.
Today I learned this lady right here.
Celine Dion.
Celine Dion, it's all coming back to me now.
He says, happy St. Patrick's Day, and they picked Celine Dion.
Yeah. Yeah, well, because this was
Canadian?
This was in the Borderline movie, I think. I think that was the movie it was in I watched this weekend. And I go, this is a banger song. It's such a good song.
Hell yeah, it is.
Anyhow, that's your Today I Learned About It. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. We're back tomorrow, same time, same place. Missed any of the